thanks. Yeah, it's just gone 2:03. Oh, not the chances it's a draw. It was only bloody low has come back. Oh, right in front of the bloody thing, not the right spot to be. Oh, he handed it off. Should have just went back and had a shot. Jesus. Seconds left. He's not going to get to it. The game's over. He's not going to get to it.
Good afternoon and welcome to Western Park in Warragul for this big Round 8 Alinta Energy Gippsland League clash between Warragul and Moe. Both sides are out there. Warragul arguably have the best midfield in the comp. Super competitive in their first 7 weeks, but only have the 2 wins to date. Will today be the day they get the job done against a highly fancied Moe side who sits second on the ladder and are certainly playing some good footy at the moment. Their forward line is a little bit depleted today, so that might be a question mark. Can they kick a winning score? But they are certainly travelling along nicely. Great to have your company. My name's Daryl Cooling. Joining me, my co-caller this afternoon is Rob Popplestone. Poppy, good afternoon to you.
G'day, Scott. G'day, Gippsland. The weather's been kind, really. I thought we might get a little bit more rain than what we've had in the area, and obviously even in the last 24 hours they don't seem to have had a lot. The ground looks in superb condition. Both sides, on paper at least, reasonably even matched, and I'm hoping to see a game that sort of unfolds that way.
Yeah, certainly looking forward to it. Nick Lucino's here, the special comments for Carpet Country this afternoon. Boxer, how are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Scott, and everybody else out there and team. Yeah, great to be here, Scott. Conditions are perfect, like Scott, like Poppy said, and I see a bit of an upset brewing here. I reckon Warragul can actually win at home today as well, and Moe have been up and down, so their consistency really worries me. So we'll see what Warragul can bring out this afternoon, Scott.
Just give us a quick tip and a margin, Box.
I'll go Warragul by 12 points.
All right, Poppy, what was yours tip?
Warragul by a goal.
Okay, and welcome Paul Carter this afternoon.
Good afternoon, Daryl and listeners. Well, Moe have won 6 of the last 7 and 9 of the last 11 against Warragul, but this Warragul team of 2024 is far more complete. Remember, they had an injury-ravaged season last year, and they're still only getting players back as we go. I still favour Moe. I think Moe are the better form team at the moment, and I think by about 9 points.
All right, I'm going to go Warragul as well, so that means we're going 3 of us are going for the upset. I think Warragul might actually win by a point in the end, Boxer, with a kick after the siren.
Oh, wow.
He's getting quite specific now.
He's sticking his neck out again.
Well, we look forward to this all-important clash. Of course, the umpires are just about to get things underway for the first quarter. For Virtue Homes this afternoon, Moe will kick towards the city end of the ground, and Warragul kicking towards the Bawbaw Hills at the end of the ground. The umpire will get us underway, and the ruckman Smart will forget the first tap down, but Danaher was there to pick it off for the Lions. Kick around the body there was from Baldy, and that's Riley. Goes to half-forward flank, but Masterson for the Gulls have been in good form so far this year. Kicks it back towards his half-forward line. Stern was the target, and as you'd expect, Declan Kelty thumps it over the boundary line.
Yeah, let me make an early call. Sorry, Nick. Let me make an early call. Watch out for the contest between Hobbs and Baldy. Speaking of Riley Baldy, there is going to be fireworks, no question.
100%.
The midfield's going to be fantastic to watch all afternoon, and Hobbs nearly got his hand on that one, then shoves a player out the way. Smart shuffles a handball out to Danaher. That was his opponent, though. Van Dyke off the half-back flank. Under an injury cloud, but he does look okay early. Riley Baldy with the handball forward, close to the boundary line, and over it goes.
Yeah, look, I know Stern plays forward for Warragul normally, but he's made a very big V-line towards Kelty as well, so I think there's a bit of a two-way theory plan in regards to how he matches up today with Kelty.
All right, so Smart v Prowse, right half-forward flank, and it is Warragul into attack. Free kick goes Moe's way. That's the left half-back flank now, and the Lions will start to set something up from there. So, either side of the ground, you reckon it's
Danaher?
Ben Danaher went short. Baldy's been busy. Reckon the 4th touch in the first minute. Kicks towards centre half forward. Nicely done. Mulqueen comes out, feeds it off, and the Gulls through the young fella there in Cant try to work their way through. They can't. And Moe apply the pressure, still inside their 450. They've got an open door, and going through that opening is Big Prowse, who was tackled just as he kicked, and it went through for a minor score. Gee, that was bread and butter for the big fella.
First score on the match, and the Virtue Home scoreboard's come just on the 2-minute mark, 1 behind to Moe.
So Warragul now to full back. Don't know which way to go down there. They eventually go to the far side of the ground. Finds Lane Ward on the outer side. Chip kick over the top. Good body work on that occasion by Olsen. And then comes back inboard to Cant, back to Olsen by hand, on the wing, good, smother by Riley Baldy, causes the turnover, Van Dyke inboard to Trent Baldy, right foot kick to half forward, Jacob Wood can mark it, centre half forward, turn and deliver to the forward targeted Eden, and he actually went more lateral than anything. Running forward now is Belfort. Does he get on the end of it? Yes, he does. Well done by Taj Eden. Just to wait for his teammate in Belfort to fill in that spot. and spot him up in the forward pocket.
They've spread really well, Scud, the Moe side too. So once they've got possession, they've really pushed hard forward, allowing them to chip the ball around to players in good position, and it's just what it's done right now.
The Lions, through Baldy, through a smother, was able to get that footy back in the middle of the ground. Causes this shot on goal. Balfour, left foot. It's across the face. And the Warragul defenders rush it through for another minor score on the Virtue Home scoreboard at the 3-minute mark of this first quarter.
It's 2 behind, 2 points to Moe. Warragul yet to score.
All right, so it is Lucy for Warragul, brings the ball back into play. Out of side of the ground, he chooses to go. Can't find a teammate and falls across the line despite the best efforts of Jesse Siddle. So there'll be a boundary throw-in at left half forward flank. Moe into attack, and they've done most of the attacking in the opening minutes of this first quarter. Gippsland Live's game of the round. It's a beauty too. Warragul v Moe here at Western Park. Warragul, perfect conditions, 2 evenly placed sides.
It's a quite interesting setup too behind the ball as well, because it's all man on man. Normally when they do press up, they allow players a little bit of space. It's all man on man at the moment.
Lucy at the stoppage there, wrapped up in a strong tackle. And the umpire, top of the 50, will ball this one up as well. So far side of the ground, we've travelled 4 minutes now, and it is a 2-point margin. Hasn't really been in Warragul's forward 50 as yet. They twist and turn out of the back half there through Rasso, goes backwards by Handy, won himself a free kick. So Rasso kicks towards the winger to turn it over, and Ben Maslin takes the uncontested mark in the end. Moe been really good with their defensive setup at the moment. That kick beautiful to centre half forward. Can find a target. Is it Mulqueen? He drives it in. Inside forward 50. It was Blackshaw in the end, but picking that one off down there. And looks to be on the far side of the ground. Mulqueen? No, sorry, it's McLean, I should say. So he went with a sideways kick, and now all of a sudden Albie Phillips has it in the defensive back 50, goes towards Cant, who presents nicely, went for the chest mark, probably should have got his hands out on that occasion. Sim at ground level, put a strong tackle on, and we'll have a stoppage 55 metres out for Moe's goal.
I was surprised that the young fella in Cant went for that ball on the chest, because watching him in the warm-up, he was taking the ball right out in front and doing it beautifully. So under game conditions, maybe made the wrong move as Warragul gained possession, but only momentarily. Finds itself over the boundary line, just near the intersection of the forward 50. Moe into the attack, kick into the right of radio. Moe 2 behinds. Warragul yet to score. We've played 5.5 minutes of this first quarter.
So boundary throw in. Smart in the front spot, had 2 taps down. Lane Ward couldn't take it with him. Danaher will let Hobbs pick the footy up, but over the boundary line they go.
It's a bit of an arm wrestle, Scud. I think it's just one-on-one at the minute is really confusing the Warragul side too. They haven't got that space they like to play, and they just can't get that ball out of that defensive 50 at the minute.
So back into the field of play again. In the front spot there was Prowse. Down in the front there was Baldy. Gives a handball off to a teammate who kicked around his body. And that was Golds. And it stays in the field of play. Trent Baldy's there to keep it in, but no, pushing it over was Xavier Olsen, a youngster for Warragul. Boundary throw-in.
So right half forward flank. Moe continuing to apply the pressure. And at some stage, something's got to give. Moe is hoping it's Warragul. And Warragul are hoping to clear the area and threaten their own goals, but at this stage, they're finding it hard to do so. Ball in dispute near boundary. Boundary wins out again. 40 metres now from Moe's goals.
Moe are all over Warragul at the moment, but
all over them.
But they're not damaging at all with their possession or their skill or their actually goals at the moment. So a stalemate. Pop?
Yeah, not a lot of room to wiggle for either side at the moment. Baldy might try to make something out of nothing. He's got several touches, feeds it out to Woods. Top of the square it goes. Could be a chance here. No, falls. Front of the pack, and Warragul out of trouble again. They've got some numbers, but can they get anything up forward? They can't. They're still in their defensive 50 and trying desperately now through Mulqueen. Kicks all of 55 metres to the outer side of the ground, and the race is on for the pill at around about that area. The umpire will take control. There'll be a ball up.
It's just like eating popcorn at the movies, watching the previews. You're just waiting for the
real deal.
Come on.
Well, like it, Nick.
We're 7 minutes into the first quarter.
And we're waiting.
We are. Danaher from the stoppage, kicked it straight down Lucy's throat, kick around his body. Lucy tries to go to half forward, couldn't do so. Maslin again for the Lions, gets it, repels it back to half forward. Warragul defence under all sorts of pressure. Siddle comes to attack it hard, and wrapped up in the tackle And he'll hold it in. The ball up now at half forward for the Lions.
There's just no space, Scud. No player's got space across the ground. So if you win possession, you handball into a one-on-one.
Warragul do this, though. They do this, and they'll close teams down. Let's see if they can stop this one. Sim, top of the square. Good one. Prowse, front of the pack. They need a winner. They've got one. Quick kick from the pack. I think we've finally seen a goal. And the goal comes from Makepeace. Nice start for the Lions.
Well, that's definitely a contender. Our first contender for the Zambrero goal of the day. It was a quick kid for a big fella too. His reaction was very good. It was a quick release, great goal, good start to Moe.
And on the Virtue Home scoreboard, this first goal has come at the 8-minute mark, and it's an 8-point lead to Moe. They are 1-2-8 on the board. Warragul yet to go inside their forward 50.
Well, interesting, as you said, just on a time where they were trying to clog things up, the Warragul defenders. That was beautifully done by Makepeace.
He's a big body boy too, Scud. He shows a bit.
Prowse tapped it down to Baldy, then gave it to Collings. He just coughed it up back to the big ruckman in Smart, then kicks it forward. Bit of open space. Hobbs is there, gives it backwards to Ward. Left foot little chip kick. Looking for a target on there. On that occasion was McLean. Couldn't take the mark, but fights hard at ground level. Does Kai McLean.
Geez, he's got a good midfield. Lane Ward, I love the way he plays at Hobbs as well. Smart. They've just got to take advantage of his talent in the midfield.
The Smart taps it over the back. There's a nice little tap down, but Brock Smith wraps up Hobbs early.
Scud in the AFL around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Gippsland Furniture. It's Hawthorn 6-4-40. They lead the Crows 2-2-14 in the second quarter.
All right, Warragul into attack now, and they've got their best opportunity to apply some pressure to the visiting Moe side. The kick to the top of the square, well contested, ground level. Can they find a winner? Nearly did, but a kick smothered. Another one went forward, this time from Ward. And although Keldy's going to be the first player there, releases. Nice little handball it was too. Went looking for Morrow. Couldn't find that player.
Gee, smart play by the coach of Moe as well. Stern, his opponent, went for the contest. He knew one of his teammates was going to go in the contest as well. Lagged off, was able and good enough to actually win the ball at ground level. Unfortunately, went out of bounds, so they've got a stoppage here right now.
All right, Prowse with the superior height gets front position as well and easily won the tap down from that boundary throw in. The ball now just 15 metres from Warragul's goals. They're kicking to the social end of the Western Park.
Since it's a big moment for the Moore Bowling Club right here, Pop.
Yeah, they need to find a winner, don't they?
Yeah.
Quick kick forward, smothered. That came off the foot of Brock Smith. And now the umpire has called a free kick. Goes the way of Hobbs. And Moe not happy. Warragul ecstatic. Free kick right in front of goal. This should be bread and butter for the home team.
Exactly what I spoke about. They need a big moment because they've been under the pump and we've travelled 10.5 minutes. They need this.
I don't know if this is a big moment, but I'll tell you what, I'll be looking forward to critiquing this with Peter Carey at quarter time.
We're not going to go through every umpire.
Maybe this one.
There
was a bit of mayo on that one.
Over the shoulder every day.
There we go. Hobbs straight in front from 20 plus metres out. Umpire did not move. That's goal umpire. That means good news for the home side. They've registered their first score, their first major, Paul Carter.
It's Warragul 1 goal straight, 6 at the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. On the Virtue Home scoreboard, they're trailing by 2 points. Moe sitting on 1-2-8.
Classy player there, Hobbsy. When they rest him forward, though, too, because he's such a big body, it takes a really good matchup to cover him. And, again, he's just gone forward, played at the stoppage, won the free kick, and he's a classy player and put it through for their first.
I know what you're saying, Box. He does that little shoulder sort of shrug and tries to get his arm underneath, but he's winning the footy and he's making a play at the footy.
I think the call was right in the end, but I think he added a little bit of mayo to it as well.
He picks the footy up, the arms go up.
I think the umpire made a great decision.
Well done.
That's what I'm saying.
Good work. Takes a little bit of time to get the footy
I'm sitting
back.
here with Peter Carey, mate. I just got to make sure everything's under control.
Absolute legend. Not too far, just down from us as well. We're a little bit starstruck. He has umpired.
Took one of the best marks ever in the AFL, just quietly.
I wonder how many times that's come up.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't matter.
First time ever.
You can keep talking about it.
The nod of approval.
So Smart and Prowse again do battle. Smart tapped it beautifully over the back. Now they're starting to win a little bit of the clearance, although Lane Ward just tripped over, then lost the footy. Baldy gives it out wide to Balfour, who gave it back to Baldy. Right foot kick, half forward it goes again. Lucy will run back to this one, but coming out of metre like a steam train was Blackshaw. He won the footy. He gave it to Wood, and Wood drives it inside. The fly at the back. That man again who kept the opening goal in the first couple of minutes was Makepeace, and he's got another chance for another shot on goal.
Yeah, I love that stuff, Scud. When you lead with intent and you're going to make sure people earn it, or players earn it in front of you, and be able to follow up is incredible. It opens up the back space as well. Makepeace has started the game very well, and he's a big body. Used his body well. His chance to kick his second right now.
The lead by 2. The Lions. Makepeace already has one. 40 metres out, slightish angle. Wants it to come a little bit back from right to left, and it does just that. He spoke to it mid-air, and it stuck in for another goal. And all of a sudden the margin's back out to 8 points, and Riley Baldy's been busy, Paul Carter.
Riley Baldy certainly has. I've got him down for 8 disposals at this stage and a couple of centre clearances. 13-minute mark on the Virtue Home scoreboard. We have Moe leading by 8 points. 2-2-14, leading Warragul 1 goal straight 6.
I'm surprised probably though, because both sides are playing one-on-one in the midfield, where that fifth on baller will come from. I reckon either side has to throw another midfielder in just to open it up, so they've got that player on the outside so they can release the ball and get the ball inside 50.
Yeah, so Hobbs has been damaging with limited possessions, but Baldy's got the edge on him at the moment, and this is where they're winning a lot of the game. Here we go again. Baldy grabs the Sheridan, goes to the right. Nice handball over the top. He finds his teammate in Callum Nash, who goes inside forward 50. Nice lead. Nicely taken, though, at ground 11 by Taj Eden. He goes for goal.
No.
And I tell you what, that is, my friends, a contender for our Zambrero goal of the day.
I tell you, that's not the contender. I reckon if anyone can match that goal, that ball spun in about 4 different ways before it found its mark. Again, that was Makepeace who led out, started by Baldy as well in the midfield, so he's got his 9th possession. So Warragul have to start doing their homework now inside mid against Baldy, because that ball went inside 50. As many times as they've gone in, now they're starting to hurt him on the scoreboard too. So it was a great goal and a great finish.
At 3-2-20, Moe at the 14-minute mark. They are leading by 14 points over Warragul, 1 goal straight 6.
So here they go again. Smart with a tap down. This time winning it was Wallace in the middle. Then just didn't quite complete the handball. Running through it at pace there, McLean. Wallace goes back again, kicks around the body, bounces inside forward 50. It's a shallow entry though. Numbers there favour at ground level is Warragul, but they can't get a clean handle on it. Now Lucy will come in, duck the shoulder, give a handball across to McLean again. He left it behind. Trent Baldy said, I'll have it, and I'll kick it to half forward. Taj Eden just got through his fingertips at ground level. Back over there was Daniel Smart, gives it back to Masterson. Teammate kicks around the body. McLean in the front spot. Couldn't mark and then got shoved over the boundary line by Trent Baldy.
So Hobbs is off Riley Baldy, and now Kay McLean has the job. And apologies earlier too, because I was calling Masterson Mulqueen, but I'm on the job right now. Long sleeve wearing defender.
Yep.
Left half forward flank. Warragul to attack, but again, through Danaher this time. Moe go forward, the Lions threatening again, being dangerous now. The game's starting to open up just a little, and that's all they need. Sim feeds it off quickly. Third in the chain didn't happen. Sim taken ball and all. Umpire says, yep, fair play, and he'll ball that up.
Moe's dominated the inside 50s. We know that already.
Paul Carter?
8-6 at the moment.
Oh, that dominated then.
No,
really.
A bit closer than what I thought, to be honest.
Shallow Warragul.
Sorry. That was centre clear. That were clearances. 7-2. Box, you're right.
Well done. There we go. Baldy.
8-2.
As Trent Baldy
9-2
kicks inside forward 50.
That's number 8.
Sorry, mate. Yeah.
Don't confuse me, Box.
Yeah, I'm sorry, mate.
There's a free kick downfield by the look, was it? On Baldy? Yeah, okay. And it's going to go the way of Makepeace. Now, if you can make this 3 inside the first 17 minutes of the first quarter,
I'd just go home if it was me. My job's done.
Yeah, I think you would, but this one didn't come off the boot as he'd like, across the face of goals. Got it a bit on the fat side. Now Sim works hard. He rows beautifully, as he normally does, but the pressure's on. Wood feeds it off. 1-2. Can he get it back? They can't. Yeah, nicely done. Last line of defence will be Jack Lucy. Kicks one, threatening the corridor, couldn't find the space, and a turnover comes, and it comes quickly too. The door's open. Who's going to be on the end of it? Is it Van Dyke? No, it's not. And it's Smith who goes inside forward 50. Good tackle, lay some pressure. They need to just get this ball locked up to Warragul, because we've got a lot of game to play, but at this stage, it's not started the way the home side would have liked.
So boundary throw in, 17 and a half minutes in. The margin sits at 14. Under pressure, the Warragul defence from the stoppage. Danaher busting through, not quite. Had to squeeze a handball back out towards Wood. He ducks under 2 tacklers, kicks around his body to the goal line. Jacob Wood just does not go to ground.
Never does. He's so strong at the hips as well, and he's been doing that for years and years and years. He's a great leader of the club. Unfortunately, he didn't get the reward for effort.
15-point margin. Virtue Home scoreboard. Jack Lucy to bring it back in. He's taken all the kick-outs for Warragul so far. Right foot outside it goes. Smart was the direction. Trying to work hard was Phillips. Ground level little handball underground for Moore. They get it to half forward to the Warragul side without being too clean, but they got the pressure on. Handball back from Morrow went to a teammate in Maslin, and it goes over for a boundary throw.
Got some quick scores around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the Gippsland League. Bairnsdale have a 4-point lead over Lee and Gaffer. Morwell trailing big time against Sale, 5-1-31 to 1 straight. Warragul 4-3-27 to Mappa, just the 3 points.
Of course, these are all first quarter scores there in the Gippsland League. That's all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
And the last one there, Druin 2-2-14, Thaggy yet to score.
And right here at Western Park, it's Moe 3-3-21. Warragul 1 straight kick, but into attack as we speak, threatening the forward 50 again. Finding it hard to find a winner. Nicely done, ground level. That was young Harrison Kent. Couldn't find a gap. And eventually the ball spills over the boundary line once more, just near intersection of forward 50.
Just that midfield pressure from Moe at the moment too. When you allow Riley Baldy and Trent Baldy to do what they can do now, Ben Danaher as well, starting to make an impact. Warragul going to start doing their homework here.
Yep, they do. So Mitch Smart gets the tap, finds a teammate. Is that Hobbs? Not sure. It doesn't matter. He had possession. It was Hobbs. And eventually the tackle saw him end ball over the boundary line. Again near the intersection of forward 50. Free kick behind play. It was Hobbs who's getting frustrated. Baldy started it. He lit the fire. And his bro, that's Riley, started it. And coming on the end of it was Trent. Nicely worked out though. So Trent Baldy from inside defensive 50 goes short, tries to thread one through, couldn't find a gap, needs nicely cut off by Daniel Smart, and they keep the ball in the area, do the goals, but can they find a clear passage to goal? That's been the danger. They can't. The pressure from Moe's been sensational. The umpire picks a free kick out there. It's for too high, go the home side's way.
Just an errant leg there, and when the play was down low.
So to the top of 50 they go. Can they find a winner here? Kelty just leans over a pack of 3 or 4, thumps it down forward, and at ground level, Danaher got the tap to Trent Baldy. Riley was an option. The short kick went out of play on the full, and in turn will go Warragul's way.
So Siddle has it outside 50. Although there's going to be another free kick. It's actually, no, it's going to be transferred back down. I think Hobbs and...
Yeah, they're still going on about it
Baldy,
too, mate,
yeah,
from the last incident before.
I said that Hobbs and Baldy were going to have words throughout the day, and there's been several of them.
So this will be a 50-metre penalty, and Jesse Siddle will kick from pretty much the point of the square, very slight angle.
I was watching that too. It's Trent and Hobbs at the moment, and
right.
big brother Riley has been playing the protective brother at the minute, but it's going to cost him a goal by the sound of it.
So Siddle, slightish angle from about 15 metres out. Should not miss from here and will not miss from here. He puts it through the middle. He absolutely loves it, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the first for the Warragul side is young Jesse Siddle. Well done, Sidgy. That's a much-needed goal for your Warragul side.
Just one of those things where you've got to make sure that your headspace is in the right spot. I know you've got to look after your family and all that and your team, but when it's going to cost you a goal, maybe you have to reassess what you do, because they hurt those goals because they had the full control of the game, and those little errant things can turn the game around pretty quickly.
9-point lead to Moe on the Virtue Home scoreboard. 21 minutes of the first quarter being played. 3-3-21 to 2 straight 12.
All right, centre break important for the home side. They get momentum. They can be hard to stop. So fighting hard in there was Chris Prowse, but Warragul do get the momentum. But that man in defence, he's very good, isn't he? Declan Kelty plays on quickly. Can he find a teammate? He can.
Nash.
And Nash from just outside defensive 50. The scoreboard over his left shoulder reading Moe 3-3, Warragul 2 straight goals. 22 minutes gone. He goes back to Kelty under a little bit of pressure. The release was pretty good though. 40-metre kick, found a teammate perfectly, and that teammate was Scott Van Dyke. Plays on, left the man standing as they do, and Van Dyke finds Wood. Wood takes the ball. He'll probably give, no, chooses to go short, gives it back to Prowse, wing, and so Prowse just holds the game up a little bit and then goes long. He's going to threaten forward 50 on this occasion. Back was Masterson. He went for the punch, got him in the chin, and play on. Nicely done, ball and player over the line. Right half forward flank. Moe into attack once more and leading, as we said, by 9 points.
His form's been fantastic, Masterman, hasn't it? Like, it's been great all year, Scud.
Yeah, it certainly has. He's one of the a great defender for him. And really holds them strong down in that back six. Smart works his ruckman underneath it, but out the back was Danaher. Gave it to Baldy. Left foot kick inside forward 50. Over the leading forward target head. Took a bit of a dive, did Brock Smith, looking for that free kick. And then asked the umpire, how about the shove? We've got a boundary throw in. Hard up on the point post. 23 minutes gone. Margin sits at 9. After Moe got the first goal of the day. Hobbs replied, and then it was Moe through Makepeace and Eden. Siddle getting the last. Get the margin back to 9 from this stoppage. Ducks under it there was Prowse. Wrapped up. Umpire to do it again.
I'm not sure who the young female field umpire out there is, but she's doing a really good job just to my eye. She looks confident, places herself well. It's good to see.
Yeah, she's done some number of games down this way, and
very good.
Yep, absolutely very good, accomplished umpire. Does not take a backward step at all.
Good on her. All right, right forward pocket. Moe into attack. Flying high for Warragul was Mitch Smart. Couldn't get a clear handle on it, but doesn't matter. The kick is cleared. Not outside defensive 50, but 40 metres from the visitors' goals, as, again, the lady I spoke of, the field umpire will take control. 40 metres from Moe's goals on the slightest of angles. The visitors leading by 9 points. 3-3-21. Warragul 2 straight goals. Both are as a result of free kicks. 24 minutes gone, first quarter.
Another stoppage. And it's been a little bit like this box, hasn't it?
It has, mate, and I think that one-on-one sort of game plan at the moment is creating these stoppages all the time.
So Prowse to do the ruck duties. That was Chris. Smart was there. Eventually got a handball out the back, although Moe got some numbers. A handball ricocheted out the back. That might be a free kick to Baldy. Got sat on. Umpire said play on. Good handle over the shoulder there from Lane Ward to release Wallace. Kick to half forward. No one there. How does it sit? Pushing back hard into the defence there for the Lions is Gold. He gives it backwards to Nash. He left it behind. He's under pressure. Good little shepherd by his teammate. Nash followed it up. Did well, the youngster. And now just relieves the pressure momentarily. Although nicely marked. The big body there of Danaher. And they've got a blood rule. Lucy's coming off with a blood rule.
I think they've got to do something here, Warragul, too, with the Stern-Kelty matchup as well. Stern's very important to that side, but Kelty reads the play so well. He's happy to zone off. Maybe they just got to go one-on-one with Kelty and try and free up Stern.
Danaher squares it out to centre-half back. Maslin can go further afield. Out wide to Gould. And Gould goes to half-forward. Nash is there, finds him. Looks up. No one presents to the pocket. Now they do. Chips it over the top. It's Riley Baldy. 50 metres out, too far out. Goes into the shallow pocket. Nicely done. And finds his teammate on the outer side. And it might be his brother in Trent, it is.
Riley's must have at least a dozen by now, has he, Paul?
11.
There you go.
Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new D-Max, now available. Gippsland Isuzu, Princess Highway, Traralgon. Trent Baldy with the shot on goal. 26 minutes just ticked over in the Virtue Homes first quarter. Baldy, tough pocket to kick from. Right foot on its way, kept it skinny. And it's through for a minor score. The new Kingston and Ranch style Windsor are a couple of the unique homes from Virtue Homes on display now.
Moe 10-point leaders, 3-4-22, leading Warragul 2 straight 12, 26 and a half played.
So Masterson, to bring the ball back into play, chooses to come to the, what would you call this side of the ground? We'll call it the commentary position, why don't we? As we go inboard now, Moe just cut it off probably too easily, nicely faded. The handball there by Golds goes inside forward 50 again, and the umpire's paid the mark. It was a nice mark too. Is it Big Prowse?
Yeah, Nick, the other one.
Yeah, so Nick Prowse. So it's taking this ball.
6 forward 50 marks to Moe, none yet to Warragul.
Wow.
So these are the sorts of ones that can hurt you. 27 minutes gone first quarter. You know, Moe have had most of the play, but if they can get away with being within 2 goals, that's a win. But I fear it might be greater than that after the kick from Prowse. No, just put a little bit too much right to left on it, and there's the behind. So another score edges out just marginally, Paul Carter.
11-point lead on the Virtue Homes scoreboard to Moe, 3-5-23 to 2 straight 12.
They've dominated the forward 50 for the Moe, but 8 scoring shots for only 3 goals. They'll be disappointed with that.
Ward kicks it into Hughes, and Hughes will give it back to him. and Ward can find Paddy Carpenter. And Carpenter, defensive 50. This is better from Warragul. The Carpenter's kick just gets to Paul. And that's Bradley Paul. Bailey Paul, sorry. He kicks out towards the coach's box area. Masterson takes the mark. He will reward it. He had 2 bites at it. He's on the wing, Masterson. Looks towards Stern direction. He presents. Kelty's there as well. Kelty got to the front spot somehow. And when you know that he can go forward and become a dangerous forward, and then he's down back and he gets to the front spot, gee, if you get a clone of footballer and you want someone to look like it, I reckon Declan Kelty might be my choice, I think.
He just reads it so well, Scud. He just read that perfectly. He was caught behind early, and he managed to work his way to the front.
And
so
we've seen him be a good forward in the past as well.
We have, definitely. And, you know, what is he, 6'3", 6'4"?
Yep.
Runs well, reads the play. Yeah, he's a brilliant footballer.
Super job. Ball now, wing, and Moe in possession, taking a ground. Play on's a call, good call, and now probably no option other than the ball this one up. So there we go, ticking closer towards 30 minutes. We've played near on 29 minutes. Moe 3-5-23, Warragul 2 straight kicks. Ball back into play, nice tackle, nowhere to go. Plenty of numbers around the ball.
But you'd hate to be a Warragul forward at the moment, though, too, because Moe's midfield is on top. So right now the ball's coming in very scattered. So it's very frustrating to be a Warragul forward at the minute.
The tap was from mid-smart at ground level, though. It was Harry Sim that took the ball. He got taken in turn.
Smart's had 19 hit-outs and Prowse 11. That's how many stoppages we've had.
Plenty, isn't it, for 1 quarter of football, or near on, as Hobbs left foot kick round the body, inside torpedo. I'll explain that at quarter time, as Kelty takes a kick. Nice too, gathers all of 30-40 metres. I thought of pushing the back. The umpire picked up what I saw, and the free kick will go Warragul's way. Here they go now. Maybe this time, right on quarter time, they could make something out of this. Out the back of the pack it goes. Moe got the numbers though, 3-1. And they work it out. Dropping the ball and maybe causing some trouble and maybe holding the man. No, the umpire says play on. They're in danger now. Moe, can they find the boundary line? They do. Wow. Can't life change in a split second? And Moe had all the numbers.
They did. They had the numbers back. Just that little errant error. I think we'll blame the sun. But they were lucky then too that they didn't capitalise on that too then, Warragul.
All right, just 20 metres from Warragul's goals. Prowse got the tap. They'll be happy to see this one over the boundary line. Baldy gets taken and a free kick goes Baldy's way.
Umpire's called it
nicely.
Yep, good call. Well, the umpire.
And there was no need for Lane Ward to do that, but Baldy's experienced enough to accentuate the touch, and the call was right in the end. Just dumb play, really. When your side's rarely into attack, you get the opportunity and you give a cheap one away. So Baldy, the kick smothered off the boot. Now let's see what we can make of this one. The handball inside. They've been pretty good, Moe, under pressure, and that remains the same. Under pressure, they hold the ball in.
You know, it's brilliant. You already spoke about one female umpire. We've got two central female umpires who have taken control of the game, and it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's great.
So ball up right in front of the commentary box. Inside, Warragul's attacking forward 50. Danaher took on 2 or 3, lost the footy. Didn't get paid, and Scott Van Dyke nearly kicks it into the commentary box, or the can bar might get a piece of that. They're not too keen.
I reckon we're going to see a siren before he releases. It's going to be close.
Well, he's too far out to score. This is
31 minutes gone.
Harrison Cant, left foot kick, high inside forward 50. They'd love to pinch one here. Standing underneath it, though, was the big ruckman. He dropped the mark that he should have taken there, and now Baldy took on the tackler again.
And Hobbs lets him know about it.
Yep. And if Warragul can pinch one late in this first quarter, the margin currently sits at 11. They'll take this every day of the week because Moe's certainly been in control. Can we will something over the line late in the last quarter? Shepherding, free kick Warragul. It's going to go to the ruckman.
It's probably in the wrong hands. No offence to Big Mitch, but...
Well, he's not going to waste any time.
Wait a minute.
You better not play on, because if the siren goes at the same time...
Well, time on's just been called. It's now back on, and he wastes no time. Kicks around the body. He puts it through.
Wow.
And smart.
What the hell
Box
was that?
has called him the worst kick in the comp.
And it was.
Now, hang on. Don't put words in your mouth, but I was thinking it.
He's kicked the Zambrero goal that I contend, if you don't mind, Boxer.
I blame Moe for that goal happening, because Moe had no one on the goal line when he was lining up. They all thought that it was going to go skew if. It went all but 2 metres high, and there was no one on the goal line. But well done. I eat my words right now. He's a great kick.
What's that called? An accidental drop punt, wasn't it? That one? A tumble
tumble
punt.
I can't say it on air. I've already had one indiscretion today.
Okay, it's a 5-point lead, believe it or not, after all of this. At the 32.5-minute mark of this first quarter, Virtue Home scoreboard, Moe 3-5-23, Warragul 3 goals straight, 18.
All right, Smart flies high, but Moe get the clearance as they've done. Can they also get a late one? No, they can't. Quarter time gone.
Wow.
We've got a game on. So despite Moe having most of the play and winning most of the key areas, guess what? We've got a game that's separated by just 5 points, Daryl. Cool.
It certainly is. 3 straight 18, Warragul trail Moe 3-5-23, as Poppy just said. A 5-point margin going into quarter time, an entertaining one here down at Western Park. As we said, in round 8 of the Elintra Energy Gippsland League. We need a quick break at quarter time. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's time for the Gippsland League top 5 from round 7. We kick it off with number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi. Got the hand pass out of the pack, outside of the boot, bending it around, kicking a great goal. Kicking off at number 2, Ben Danaher here from Moe. An absolute huge roost. Gets it out the pack. He's about 65 from home. He gets the kind bounce and it goes all the way. Number 3, Jack Lucy here from Warragul. Gets the ball out the pack, gives the don't argue, and then goes around on the left and finishes nicely. Number 4, it's Caleb Corwin here from Mafra. This is some beautiful work, this, a real classy finish. Finds himself in a little bit of space, starts running in towards goal. Whoop, sells the candy, takes a bounce as well, and then finishes as calm as you'd like. And number 5, it's Brandon McDonald here from Morwell. Takes the clutch mark. All the boys are celebrating, but he had to go back and finish it. And he does, to kick the match-winning goal to give the Tigers the win.
It's quarter time, and the feeling is that Moe lead it by 5 points, but Warragul well and truly in the game. 3 straight 18. Warragul, they trail Moe 3-5-23. Paul Carter's here now with all the key stats, all thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute. Now inside forward 50 marks and inside forward 50s, all in favour of the Lions.
Certainly are, Daryl, and it was... inside 50s were 12-6 Moe's way. The clearances, however, Warragul 11-10, so it's pretty even. 4 3 centre clearances Moe's way. 5 free kicks to Warragul, 4 to Moe. Moe controlled the ball for most of the day, 20-12 with the marks, 5-1 contested marks, 6 marks inside 50 to Warragul's nothing. Here's the one that really gets you, though. Set shots, scores some set shots. Warragul 3 goals straight, Moe 1 goal 3. So Moe have had 4 set shots at goal for just 1 goal at this stage. Mitch Smart, as I said, 20 hit-outs in the first quarter, 12 hit-outs to Chris Prowse, so quite a number of stoppages there. Lane Ward, 8 disposals, 6 to Jack Lucy, 4 to Tom Hobbs. Riley Baldy, 6 of each, 6 marks and handballs, 4 clearances, 12 disposals. Trent Baldy, 6 with Scott Van Dyke and Ben Danherd, both 6 disposals as well.
Bit of an injury concern at quarter time there. Harry Sims coming from the field. He's walking into the rooms as well. He's going to get checked out in the rooms. These sides are going back out there. So Moe, just a little bit of a concern with young Harry Sim. What have you got?
Well, that'd be a big loss.
Yeah, absolutely will be. We'll sort of trying to keep you up to date with that as it happens. Nick Lucchino's got some scores around the grounds, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Yeah, thanks, Scud. And in the Gippsland League, Leongatha 139. Bairnsdale lead there by 3 points, 2 straight 12. Sale 5-2-32. Great comeback by Moore 5-1-31. Warragul 6-3-39. Big leaders against Maffra 1-4-10. Wonthaggi just the 3 points against Druin 2-3-15. So 12-point leads there for Druin. In the mid-Gippy, Ballara 1-2-8, Trail Tour 5-2-32, Fish Creek 4-7-31, Tarwin 1-4-10, Foster 4-1-25 to Stony Creek 4-4-28, MDU 6-5-41, lead Newboroughs 1-3-9, and Yanar 3-3-21, Trail Thorpedale 4 straight 24.
Thanks very much, Nick Lucchino.
I like the North Gippy. I'll come back to that one very shortly.
All right, as the umpire's about to get the second quarter underway, Nick Lucchino's here for Carpet Country this afternoon, helping dreams become a reality since 1981, as Lucy and Prowse will go at it again. No one can really win the stoppage except for Lane Ward, who will bust out of the middle of the ground, and his right foot kick goes to half forward. A leading target out there is McLean, twisting back onto the right foot. Inside forward 50 is a better entry. Can't quite complete the mark though. Maslin takes on the tackler of Wallace. And we're going to stoppage inside Warragul's forward 50.
Isn't it funny to see Lane Ward come out of the middle, and probably if he had a left foot, he probably could have got a bit more of an entry. He had to kick it out wide because of that left foot.
So Prowse to Danaher, kicked around his body under pressure, bounce over the top. Camp was there, the youngster puts a little fist on. Out the back though was Blackshaw, a sweeping handball out wide to a teammate, and that teammate out there was Lockie Rock. And now eventually back to Baldy. Chisels a kick to Eden at half forward. Nicely done. Gives a handball back to Riley Baldy. 55 metres out. The leading target, Makepeace. Well, he dropped the mark he should have taken. It was right in front of his eyes. And Warragul able to repel this one out. Masterson gets it out to Siddle. And Siddle on a half-back flank looks up. No one really open for him, so he comes back towards the near side. And he finds Hefford. Goes inboard to Lucy. Lucy wants to play on quickly. Right foot kick out towards Siddle. And Siddle can take the mark on the wing.
From the wing, he goes towards the half-forward flank, the big man, the goal kicker of the first quarter. It was a kick like you've never seen before. Just imagine a young kid kicking the ball for the first time. That's what it looked like, but it had the desired result as he goes forward, but cut off nicely. Moe's defence has been pretty solid, although they've given up 3 goals. All 3 have come as a result of free kicks. They go towards the outer side. 2-on-1 prospect. Probably wasn't the best prospect. Siddle gives ground. They keep possession. The goals, they go inboard. Nice leg it was too. And that falls in the arms of Lane Ward. So Lane Ward goes outer side to Siddle. And Siddle from the outer side wing, just short of half forward, threatens the forward 50. His defender, his attacker had to stop and prop, and Maslin came over the top and did it nicely. Found the big man in Nick Prowse, outer side wing. He moves the ball quickly. Jeez, he went close to finding his teammate there, but he's going to get a second chance. Baldy to the top of the square. The pressure's on, the back of the pack. The boundary to win, it does. Gee, some nice play there. Was that Baldy over the other side of the ground? Or
Eden,
not?
I think.
Eden, yeah. Apologies. It was brilliant play. Kept his feet, kept the ball inside. A little bit a la Nick Dacos type of style of play, and just his kick was a little bit wayward.
So we've got a boundary throw in. Dangerous spot for this Warragul defence. We're 2.25 minutes in. The margin still sits at 5. Prowse taps it down. Wood tries to run onto it. Tries to dive on in the end. Overrunning it there was Eden. Somehow got the footy back. Gives a handball to Wood. Took on the tackler. Got boot to ball. Goes towards the boundary directly.
Have you got any soap?
What's wrong?
I have to wash my mouth out.
Okay.
Said Nick Dacos.
Yeah.
Christ.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Who were you meaning to say?
I don't know.
Nick Prowse? I don't know.
No, I just sort of tried to emulate what he does with the football.
Right.
What Eden had just done on the boundary line.
That's fine. We understand.
Yeah.
So boundary thrown again. Same spot as a couple of moments ago. And this time, Smart got the tap down. Ward over the shoulder, handball to no one in particular. Wood overran it. Masterson head over the football. Umpire was blindsided. Play on was the call. Wood dives on it again. And Masterson just going to be a little bit slow to get up.
Just promise me, though, that you won't let me do it again.
I won't.
Okay?
All right.
Ball to be thrown up 30 metres from Moe's goals. Over the top, Prowse at ground level. Taking the ball was Lane Ward. Lane Ward in turn was taken by Baldy. Umpire says free kick Ward's way. Looks to the left and then now to the right. And thinks he might go actually down the middle. That was a nice leg too. Presented beautifully there was Bailey Paul, who runs onto that left leg and then kicks towards centre half forward. Good lead, good take, and off they go. They might. And that's going to go through Isaac Wallace. Wallace inside forward 50. Good take back in the pack. And I reckon that one might be Stern, Tom Stern. Those orange boots. He's got a short option. Well, it's deep in the left pocket, but it's a good option. Good vision, good leg, and he found the bloke he got it from, Isaac Wallace.
Yeah, it was
So
great
a good
work
piece
there
of
by
play.
Stern. It was definitely great work there by Stern. It was a great leap, great mark. He broke the shackles away from Kilty as well, who's been on top of him all that first quarter, and it was a great little confidence build for him as well, and the kick was just as good.
So this is a rare opportunity for Warragul to hit the front.
Yep.
If Wallace can goal from deep in the left pocket, not the great side for a left footer, but off the boot, it's a beauty, and the home side have hit the front, and we didn't see that one coming.
That was a great kick. That could be another contender for the Zambreros goal of the afternoon. Absolute ripper on the wrong side for the left footer. What a goal. You've written him off.
Boxer, he celebrated straight away as soon as it come off the boot.
He knew, but Poppy had written him off as well. So it was one of those things where just that mental telepathy between forwards just worked out well.
5 minute mark of the second quarter is Warragul 1 point in front. They haven't missed some set shots, 4 for 4. 4 goals straight, 24 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Moe 3-5-23.
Have they led for any other time of the day, Paul, or was
No,
that
they
the first time?
No,
first time.
They've kicked the last 3 goals of the game. We have a game on down here at Western Park. Smart goes high, tapped it down. Running onto it though was Brock Smith. Handball to Balfour, who left it behind. Tried to soccer it off the ground there was Moore. Hobbs was able to pick it up. Lucy eventually kicks it back to Wallace again. And a contested mark inside forward 50. Was nearly going to give it off to the running Ward.
He's a good size, this player too, isn't he? Like he's just sort of like a la little Hobbsy as well, because he's well built, isn't he?
2 good recruits this year, Lucy and Wallace, both coming into the side. They are good mates.
Well, distance the only problem. Accuracy on the back of what he did just a few moments ago won't be an issue.
Let's have a look at it. Right on 50. Runs around a little bit to the left. Thumps the ball, mind you. Accuracy doesn't
Not
quite get
right.
there. There could be a big mark by Stern, who goes up, took good mark, roved it again, went straight up and down with a kick. And it took the big Declan Kelty to thump it through for a minor score. Warragul are pressing.
Warragul 4-1-25, leading by 2 points over Moe 3-5-23. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 7 minute mark, second quarter.
All right, so right now Scott Van Dyke to bring the ball back in for the visiting side. The Lions come grandstand side. It's a 2-on-2 prospect. Prowse flew high, back of the pack. Taj Eden taken without the ball. The umpire says dropping the ball. And that's the reason he didn't have the ball. He dropped it. Free kick will go Masterson's way. He's been busy and solid, as he is. And then plays on that right leg. Kicks to within 35 metres of goals. Needs a winner here. Front of the pack, good mark. Coming through beautifully was Scott Van Dyke. So he goes short to Sim, who's back on the ground. Good work. Harry Sim, A-OK. Thumbs up. Should be right, mate.
Probably Mike Quinn's come off for Warragul, holding his groin at the minute, so I'll keep an eye on that one.
Thank you. Sim goes. Nice tap forward. On attempted tap forward by Blackshaw. Went Warragul's way. Nicely done by Lucy for the goals. Just outside forward 50 now. In fact, has it spilled over the boundary line?
Yep.
It has, thank you. And a boundary throwing to take place. 60 metres from Warragul's goals. They lead by 2 points. 4 goals, 1 to Moe. 8 minutes gone, second quarter.
Furthest point from our commentary box over to the netball court. We'll get you up to date with the scores too, because that's a cracking game of A-grade netball between Warragul and Moe. Top two sides in the comp there. The boundary thrown occurred, nothing really happened. We've got a stoppage now about the top of the 50. As Warragul are inside 50, but only just. Tapped it down there by Prowse and then got his own clearance away. Into the middle of the ground it goes. Harrison Cant's been good. He handballed to a teammate. They go back to Masterson. The kick was smothered by Sim. Here's Moe's chance. Can they get some numbers around this football that's in dispute at the moment? They can't. But they're able to cause the stoppage right in the middle of Western Park. 8.5 minutes into the second quarter for the Moe Racing Club in Club Eastwood. Become a member today. Save on meals, race day entry at the Moe Racing Club.
Might go there on Monday. I think they've got a race meeting Monday.
There you go. 2 point is the margin. Collins gave it across to Baldy, who gave it out the back to Golds. He kicks out wide to Belfer in front of Cant. Inboard handball from Belfer to Trent Baldy. Big gives it back to Belfer, who ran on. He's 60 metres out. He kicks to the big target in Prowse. Spoil over the back, front and square there was Sim. Gave a handball to Makepeace, he's got two, and now he bounces one through, and now he's got three for the afternoon, and Moe regained the lead.
Going to give a little bit of credit to Belfer as well. He showed a little bit of class then on that wing. Just to get the 1-2 back from Baldy, but to do it with the one hand on the run, full
and settled.
And full pace as well. Got the ball into a contest, and I love this move of Makepeace. I've got a chew in my mouth. Makepeace down at full forward, big-bodied, third goal of the afternoon. Two of them have come from ground level as well, so well done.
All right, so Warragul, I'll throw you over to Paul Carter in just a moment, because Danaher's got the ball, threads one through to Baldy. This time it's Trent Baldy, comes half forward flank towards Woods, swings around that right leg. Kick needs to be perfect, not quite. Sim had to bend, picked it up beautifully though, got rid of the ball with a handball. Can he find a teammate? He can. Eden all just went searching for it. Bryce Collins couldn't find that player, gets a second chance. And as I throw the ball over the boundary line, I also throw to Paul Carter.
It's a 4-point lead to Moe, 9-minute mark of the second quarter on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
So boundary throwing, Moe's attacking forward 50. Smart and Prowse to do the ruck duties. Lots of numbers around this contest. Smart with a tap down. Out the back there was a Garner. He kicks across the face of the goal. Just bounces up out of the way of Cant. Now Belfer in the front spot. Gives a handball to Wood. Running towards the boundary line. Kick back around his body. And he can't screw it back enough.
Scud, I better do this because I'm being told I'm a hypocrite. North Gippy have been very regular over the years. They've given us all the scores here, so I need to get some scores out as well.
You got a bit of time. That went ball out of bounds on the full. So you're over to you, Paul. Boxer.
It's Gormandale 1 straight 6 to Yallourn North 5-2-32. The play's in now. I'll give it back to you boys.
All right, okay. Garner's got it in the defensive 50. Goes out to the wing. Looking for Siddle, who can elevate and take a mark. He's been good this afternoon as Jesse Siddle.
Very good.
His best game, I reckon, to date. Needs to continue that on. Kicks down the line, looking for Stern in the front spot, though. It's hard to move back there, and that is it. No, we've got another whistle. So Jack Casson took the mark. A whistle's gone. We've got a 50-metre penalty, and Jack Casson will have a shot for goal. You'd think the man on the mark might be about 35 metres out.
It's a nice 50.
It is a good one.
It's a nice 50.
Man on the mark might be about 38 metres out. So Jack Casson will look to regain the lead for his home side in Warragul.
They've sort of straightened him up a bit from where he took the ball too.
Yeah. So certainly a good angle at it now. Distance shouldn't be a problem. They have to probably kick it about 48 metres. Kicking towards the city end of the ground, the highway end here. Skips in. He's a left footer. Comes in. Puts it on its way. Make no mistake about the accuracy or the distance. The goals are back in front as Casson gets his first.
Yeah, nice kick there by Casson too. I watched him pre-game having a few shots at goals too, but he had a very awkward style coming in, but it's got very, very effective and got plenty of height on the ball and plenty of distance too, so a great finish there too from Casson.
Third lead change of the quarter sees Warragul in front at the 12-minute mark of the second quarter. The Moe Racing Club scoreboard has the goals at 5-1-31, leading Moe 4-5-29.
I'll keep going with the North Gippy scores as well. Hayfield 5-6-36 to Sales City 3-2-20, Yarram 4-4-28, Cowra 4-7-31, Churchill 3-5-23, Woodside 2-4-16. And Glengarry 1 straight 6 to Rosedale 3-4-22. Thanks to the North Gippy for those scores.
All right, ball back in the centre of Western Park. We've got a game that's pretty close, haven't we? 2 points, the margin favouring the home side, and here they go forward again, if only getting a favourable bounce. Levi Moore tried desperately and now does. Can he keep the ball in play? He does. Also behind play. Keep an eye on what happens there, Scud, because Baldy's got the ball now for the visiting side. Handballs over the top. He gets taken too, and taken hard, and has not moved, and he's usually pretty tough as Sim has the ball. Left half forward flank. Good tackle again. Ball held in. Umpire says dropping the ball. Well, the bar's been lifted. Let's see who responds. There'll be a response, make no mistake. Baldy wants to stay on. He's been taken off. And Warragul now have the ball in their hands through Harrison Cant. Kicks towards left half forward flank. Finds a teammate there, and it was a good mark in the end too. Can't pick the player at the moment. But they, nevertheless, the home side goes inside forward 50. And on the end of that is Tom Stern.
A lot going on off the ball there. Keep going, Pop there.
Thank
Go
you.
forward.
Stern goes inside, poor kick. Gives it up just 20 metres from Warragul's goals. And now the Lions will defend.
Yeah, they do. They come out the Morrow to the near side looking for a teammate in goals. It couldn't quite complete the mark. Now they're under pressure is Danaher. I was just about to say there's a lot going on off the ball, even off the field as well.
Off the field, Scud.
Baldy comes off. The coaching staff give it to Baldy. That's the opposition coaching staff. Baldy wanted to stay on as well after he got dumped. So just a little bit of niggle in this game in the 14-minute mark of the second quarter. We're in it. Warragul's attacking 50. Hobbs shrugged the tackle, gave a handball. Here's Albie Phillips. Left foot kick around the body, top of the square, in the front spot. Casson again. Takes the mark on the chest.
I'm putting this one down, obviously.
Directly in front.
This is what happens to Scud, though, as well. The Moe midfield were well on top in that first quarter. But all of a sudden, they've just turned the edge on a little bit towards their favour as well, Warragul.
Casson wastes no time, puts it through the middle. He's got 2 within a couple of minutes as well. Warragul extend the lead, Paul Carter.
Out to 8 points. They've kicked 6 goals, 37 to Moe, 4-5-29. 5 marks inside 50 this quarter to Warragul, none to Moe.
Well, that was a reverse of the first quarter.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just Baldy's back on now too for Moe as well, fellas. There was no real ill effect after that knock. It's pretty tough. But it's that midfield from Warragul that's really got him back in this game at the moment too. So see what goes from here.
All right, Daniel Smart will do the ruck work for the home side. Does he get the tap? He does. When searching for a teammate, Baldy had that teammate in hand. And the ball is given back to the umpire by Rasso. Here the choppers over the top. Coming in for a close look at what it's a good game as Baldy gets the ball. Geez, he's tackled and thumped by his own teammate. And the ball was held in. Well, what started off as a great day for Baldy has turned into a bit of a nightmare. He's been involved in a couple of car crashes.
Oh, he's holding an ear as well.
He's holding an ear. In fact, I think he picked the ear up and he's trying to stick it back on his head. The ball bounced down. Nicely done. It was taken by Lucy. Feeds it off. Play on's the call. Not much room to move for either side out there, and the umpire assumes control. Centre of the ground. 8 points the margin. The home side leads 6-1, 37 to Moe 4-5, 29.
Trent Morrow grabs it out of the right, kicks it to centre half forward, Sim direction, can't complete the mark. Coming through strong on that occasion was Hefford. And Sim wrapped him up, and a little bit of how you're going down at ground level.
It's just the beauty of taking advantage of the ball when it comes inside your forward 50, isn't it, at the moment for Warragul. They've had the most inside 50s, and they've capitalised every time they've gone in.
So we're going to ball up. We have Halimed 1 doing a few laps around the oval. Hopefully nothing going on too far away from us at the moment. You can hear through our effects mic. It is very, very close to Western Park.
Probably going to the oval across the road, to be honest.
Well, it might just be, as it's right above us here at Western Park at the moment. And I wouldn't be surprised if you're spot on. Box up.
It looks as though my lift home's arrived now.
Yeah, feeling well, are you, Poppy? So half-back flank, Lucy has it, kicks it out wide to the wing area. Margin sits at 8 points in favour of Warragul at the moment. And they go forward to half forward. Gets over the top of the 50 it is for the Warragul side. Boundary throwing out near the netball courts.
Warragul 20 marks to 7 this quarter.
Just full control they've had, just by that stat alone. Full control. And we've only been playing, we've been playing 18 minutes so far.
So boundary throwing occurs. Ruckman is Morrow. Gets to the front spot. Ball hits the deck. No one can win it out of there. Play on to the umpire. Out the back. Hobbs will kick around his body. Doesn't go a great distance. And Wood got tackled. Didn't go the required. So we have a ball up.
Scud in the AFL. Big upset happening here. We'll call it an upset, but Hawthorn have been in great form as well. 10-6-66. They lead the Crows only 2-6-18.
Wow. Garner from the stoppage. Handball to cross over the top. Moe's got some numbers though, with a free kick. He's going to go Moe's way in Danaher. And Danaher has it for the Lions at half back.
So Danaher now has got the option of a runner. No, just holds on to it. Doesn't want to burn it, but now gives it to the option that was there a moment ago. Still at right half-back flank of the visiting side. They're trailing by 8 points. 18 and a half minutes gone, second quarter. Baldy gets hold of it. Starting to work himself into the game. You get the feeling the harder it gets, the better he gets. He likes it that way, Baldy. Along the line, can he find a teammate? He can. The sun in the eyes at the right half-forward flank. There's a short option there presented by Brock Smith. And now he's right on right half-forward flank. Not a lot of movement, though, in front of the half-forward flank. And Prowse, geez, he nearly took a nice mark front of the pack. The umpires picked one out. It's going to go...
Is it called like a tunnel?
Mowie's way.
Yeah, spot on box.
It was a tunnelling infringement, was it?
He sort of got up on the shoulders and then sort of got pushed underneath.
Yeah. He's got a great vertical leap, this bloke, too, so makes it hard for Masterson.
What a great call by the umpire, too, though. That was... Because
a lot was happening.
Absolutely. There was so much play around the plate.
It'll need something special from outside 50, and they're not going to get that, but it will go to the right spot. Top of the square. Hands up. Baldy, quick kick. Smothered. Taken over the line, or attempted to. No, Baldy was taken with ball. That's Trent Baldy. And there'll be a ball up just 2 metres in front of the left or the right behind post as you look from centre of Western Park. Moe into attack. Warragul looking for the safety of the boundary, or close to. They get it. Quick kick from the pack.
Great kick.
Well,
kick for touch.
Okay, and it found touch. And it'll be a boundary throw-in, 40 metres from the visitors' goals.
Here's the update there from down at Parrot Park. Leongatha 1-6-12 for Vansdale, 4 straight 24.
It's one of these weekends, I tell you. I don't know who it will be. It's one of the weekends. There's 2 upsets that will occur in the Gippsland League. I just don't know which teams it will be.
In the thriller, down at Sale, 7-4-46 Morwell, 7-5-47. So, unless you can tell me a little bit different, you got some live scores? I'm pretty good.
No idea. Boundary throwing back here. The margin here at Western Park is 8 points. Had a couple of boundary throw-ins, nothing really happening. No scores here. I've got no idea what you're talking about, Boxer.
And the good thing is, if there is actually no upsets, that in itself is an upset.
Yes.
So you're very close.
That's right. We thought there might have been.
The ball inside the forward 50, 30 metres from Moe's goal. Quick tap out the back. Nicely done it was by Morrow. Can he find a teammate? He can't. The goals have got numbers, but they ran over the ball rather than at the ball. And as a consequence, Moe can apply some more pressure. But they need some room to move. Can they find it? They can through Maslin. Quick kick, left forward pocket's going to find touch. And does. 10 metres from Moe's goals.
The other game too, they drew on 5-3-33, one Thaggy, 3-4-22.
All games close, especially this one here. 8 points the margin here. Warragul been deadly in front of goal. 6 goals, 1 to Moe, 4 goals, 5. Baldy, geez, roved it beautifully. Tries to thread a handball through. Couldn't find a way through though. Nicely done. Quick hands by Blackshaw to Sim around the body. And one hand up by Lachlan Rock wasn't enough. Couldn't get a hand to it. It was tackled beautifully. And the ball spills over the boundary line. Warragul wanted the free kick. Probably should have got it.
Smart play there by Sim as well. If Rock marks that ball, we will call him, Sim a genius, but he just didn't get just the kick had a little bit too much length on it.
So boundary throw in. Prowse will do the ruck duties with Daniel Smart on this occasion. Out the back, Collins was there, quickly tackled by Cant. And the youngster, Hefford, comes in to help and says, well done, young fella. He's on the training with the Interleague squad at the moment. Currently got 70, got to get down to 25 in a few weeks' time. As Lucy from this stoppage kicks it outside 50, but just a kick at hope, and it didn't quite work out. Scott Van Dyke takes the mark. Forwards present, nothing really much on. They go inside towards Danaher, can't complete the mark, went through his hands. Prowse tried to crash through 3 Warragul defenders. Couldn't do so, you heard the whistle, it's a ball up.
Scott Van Dyke's just starting to work into the game. We normally call him quite a fair bit. It's just roaming across that half-back line to set them up.
9 disposals all up.
Prowse from the stoppage had a fresh air. He might have hurt his foot on that occasion. He kicked it straight into the opposition ruckman's foot. And Paul, nice little death tap down to Wallace. Then took on a Van Dyke tackle, holding the footy if you don't mind. He got through one, didn't see Van Dyke coming. And again, Van Dyke's going to have another inside forward 50 entry.
So Warragul will be liking the way this game is being played. It's a real arm wrestle more times than not, and that's the way they play. Close it down as they go in forward now. Moe out the back of the pack. The long arms and the height of Prowse is always going to be a problem back there. And on another occasion, Chris Prowse was unstoppable. So a chance to edge closer. For most of the day they've led. For most of the second quarter they've trailed. But Prowse can bring them from 8 to 2 points behind, and we've played 23 and 3/4 minutes of this second quarter behind play. Hobbs and Baldy still going at it. Importantly, the bloke with the ball is Chris Prowse from 30, maybe 35 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Off the boot doesn't look too bad. I tell you what, he's pretty happy with it, so he should be. Nice leg, good goal. Moe are on their way.
He makes you think about the kick, because once it comes off the boot, you don't know where it's going to go. It's just that awkward style that Prowse has got, but it's a great finish. But more importantly, the kick coming inside, don't recall who done the kick originally.
Scott Van Dyke.
Van Dyke. He just measured it beautifully because he knew that was a bit of a mismatch down forward, and a great little finish there by Prowse. 2-point
margin in Warragul's favour. 24-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Warragul 6-1-37, leading Moe 5-5-35.
Well, what a good game we have at the moment. Big moments, all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club for a limited time. Sixth tap is better beer. They're about to change it up, so make sure you get in there and check out what it is. As Baldy tried to crash through the middle of the ground. Took on 2 tacklers, didn't quite get through the third. And the third was a big ruckman in Smart. And rewarded with a free kick. He'll handle to the runner in Garner. He drives to centre half forward. Wallace presents and marks on his chest. Turns and looks. Stearns on a lead and finds him. And just sort of wrong-footed Declan Kelty on that occasion, but it was an open forward line for Stern to work into. And the kicker in Wallace was up to it.
Great play by Garner. Just that quick movement, just what it does is just created that Kilty had to be on the back foot because the kick come in so quick. He had no opportunity to even stop that too. It was a great lead by Stern.
Yeah, well, Stern was leading to the left side of Wallace even before he turned, knowing what was going to happen.
Yep.
Open forward line, that's what you can do. Tom Stern comes in from 49 metres out. Thumping kick on its way. It's a beautiful kick of the football. And Warragul all of a sudden get the answer within the space of a minute. And they get it back out to that 8-point margin.
Love the shootout. This is a shootout game, and both sides are up to it. So let's sit back and put the seatbelts on. I reckon we're going to be in for a big second half, Scud and team. I think both know now where they stand. It's just a matter of who's going to take the ascendancy later on.
Warragul kicked 6 from 6 shots of goal, resulted in 6 goals out of their 7 goals won, 43, and an 8-point lead over Moe, 5-5-35 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 26-minute mark of the second quarter.
So Western Park is bathed in sunshine, but I tell you what, there's some dark clouds looming ominously around the ground. Whether they release some rain, we'll wait and see. But definitely we've got all the ingredients of a great game at the moment. Wood was taken by Hobbs. There's some aggression out there.
No mistake about that. I love Hobbs then. He just sit there. He hovered, waited for the ball to bounce, and he just pounced like a leopard.
He did too. So now Baldy, unlike a leopard, he kicks to a one-on-one contest. Masterson took his opponent. That was Prowse out of the play. He wanted the free kick, but I thought it was a good contest.
Yep.
Between Prowse, that's Nick, and also Masterson.
Well, they were doing the Highland Waltz.
They were.
Both there in the deep in the forward line.
7-point margin on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. Paddy Carpenter brings it back in. The near side kick. Tried to find Mulqueen, and that was Patrick Mulqueen.
Paul Carter is a quarter Highland Waltz back in the day, because it's obviously around your era.
Highland Fling.
That's the one I was I knew you knew it. It was back in the 30s and 40s.
Thank you.
27.5 minutes. Boundary throw in. Front spot is Prowse. Over the back was Smart though. Wood's been working hard. Over the shoulder handball to open space. Hobbs runs onto it to Hefford. Left foot kick around his body to the wing area. Van Dyke will try to spoil on McLean. Great work by Hobbs to get there. And a free kick advantage will be paid, is it? Play on. They said everyone stopped. Not sure the advantage was there. Wilson with a handball over the shoulder. No, it was Moore, sorry, Levi Moore. And we've got another boundary throw-in right in front of the Moe coach's box here at Western Park. Still a bit of activity going on behind the second oval where the Helimed did land.
All right. Fingers crossed, all's okay across the road. Right here, all's okay. We've got a good game. Baldy taken, ball and all. Just wide of right half forward flank. Got the opportunity to take a deep breath. And let's see, yeah, exactly. As the ball spills over the boundary line.
Baldy got Ward back.
And a bit of that happening throughout the next 60 minutes of football. Wait a minute, free kick's going to be reversed as a result. And I'm not sure what for.
A little bit of lip by the boys.
Lane Ward goes short. This could be costly again. I've seen a few of those today as Bailey Paul kicks to within 20 metres. Nice one-handed mark ever so cleverly by Kelty. And then goes to the right side, changes direction to the pat side, and now Moe will start to mount an attack from deep in defence, or they'll hope to. But Warragul have closed up shop early, and they're forced to go short.
Nash
is the player with the ball. Who in turn goes short again, and that's Van Dyke, who tries to crisscross dangerously, but successfully, and off they go from the half-back flank. Handball over the top. Baldy's got a bit of room to move. I was desperately trying to race him down, but Baldy's kick looking for Woods. Clash coming. Clash
well done.
Over the top. Walking goal. Taj Eden. Well, Zambero, player of the day, resulted in a straightforward goal to Murray.
Taj Eden with a goal, but Jacob Wood with the tap was sensational. Body on the line, tapped over the top. Your goal, Jacob Wood.
Unbelievable. That was the big moment for me already. I've just penciled that down right now. He took on the player. He ran on with it. He knew he was going to get hit. He knew the hit was coming. You know that Jacob Wood's not going to take a backward step, but the punch was absolutely perfect. So it worked in his favour. And a great finish there. We'll be talking about that at the end of the game. My word, we will.
1 point the difference in the shadows of the half-time siren. 30-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe 6-6-42, trailing Warragul 7-1-43. Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Another quarter that's gone 30 minutes. Back to the middle they go. Ward left it behind. Baldy, that's Trent working hard at ground level. Guess who's on top of him? Hobbs was there. Shuffled it out towards, here's that man, Jacob Wood again. Right foot, chiselling kick at the toes of Prowse. That's where he doesn't want it, but he was good. He gathered it off the deck. Lockie Rock says, I'll kick it to Nash. And Masterson put on a little bit of pressure, but Nash took the grab. A dying moment to the second quarter. They want Nash to have a shot. The siren can't be too far away.
Coach's nightmare, the red time goals as well. You know, you just let these ones slip through. Warragul had a good lead. A great action of courage by Jacob Wood early, and then he was in part of this as well.
You're spot on, because Warragul got 2 red time goals in the first quarter to get the margin back to 5, and now all of a sudden Moe might get 2 in the second quarter. Nash likes it off the boot, all right, and Moe do get the 2 goals in the red time, and all of a sudden they get the lead back as well going into half-time.
And it's the skipper again that's played an inaugural part in that one as well, Scud, and again, just led, and they knew that if they can get their noses in front, it'll just put a little bit of doubt into Warragul's minds into half-time. Hopefully it doesn't. Will you stop taking photos of me, please, Rob Popplestone, and we'll go over to you, Paul Carter.
Believe it or not, the margins is exactly the same as it was at quarter time. 5 point lead to Moe, 7-6-48 to Warragul 7-1-43, Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
And in the meantime, we've had 8 goals kicked.
Yeah.
Good quarter.
Into 32 minutes of play, as we were in the first quarter. Nicely done by the big Moe Warragul ruckman. I speak of smart, but clearing the area. Free kick paid, holding the man behind the plate, goes the way of Makepeace, who's kicked free.
I'll back him for me. He's a big kick. He's a big kick.
He's going to need to be, because he's going to kick from outside 50, directly in front, mind you.
Big left footer.
No breeze to speak of.
But he can't arc. He has to run straight.
And they've got a field umpire behind him, one in front of him.
Big smarts on the goal line. That's clever.
He's been directed to by the umpire from behind.
He's gone the barrel. He's going the barrel, boys.
Yeah,
doesn't get onto it.
No, I could do that. It was a tumbling punt that landed around about the forward pocket. So a disappointing end to a really impressive and entertaining 30 minutes of football. At half-time, Warragul 7-1, Daryl Cooling, Moe 7 goals 6.
Yeah, 5 points is the margin as it was at quarter time. It's been an entertaining first half of football. We got the halftime wrap coming up after the break, of course. That is all thanks to Gippsland Mowers. You are listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Right across Gippsland and the Valley. It's been great to have your company. We've got a half of football still to go, so stick with us. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's time for the Gippsland League top 5 from round 7. We kick it off with number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi. Got the hand pass out of the pack, outside of the boot, bending it around, kicking a great goal. Kicking off at number 2, Ben Danaher here from Moe. An absolute huge roost. Gets it out the pack. He's about 65 from home. He gets the kind bounce and it goes all the way. Number 3, Jack Lucy here from Warragul. Gets the ball out the pack, gives the don't argue, and then goes around on the left and finishes nicely. Number 4, it's Caleb Corwin here from Maffra. This is some beautiful work, this, a real classy finish. Finds himself in a little bit of space, starts running in towards goal. Whoop, sells the candy, takes a bounce as well, and then finishes as calm as you'd like. And number 5, it's Brandon McDonald here from Morwell. Takes the clutch mark. All the boys are celebrating, but he had to go back and finish it. And he does, to kick the match-winning goal to give the Tigers the win.
Welcome back. The third quarter is already underway. Rain has just started to fall as well, and we've had a stoppage, but no one really won it. The second stoppage was going to go Lucy's way as he gets the free kick for holding the man. And just gets up a little bit proppy, kicks out wide, has a teammate out there in Moore. He looks up, kicks inside towards Smart. Prowse will try to spoil, couldn't do so. And Smart has really strong hands, but the kicking is the concern.
He'd be looking for the handball here. No, he didn't.
Kicks off to the pocket. It's a beautiful pass. Kelty comes in, though, and puts it over for a boundary throw-in. So inside the first minute of play, and Warragul's got their first inside forward, 50. I think some early goals will be important if this rain continues. Boxer tells me that the Carpet Country, it's going to blow over.
I reckon it already has, Scud.
Oh, Maslin, that's the younger one. Goes inboard, now gets in the ward towards Ben Maslin, who kicks it outside, although it's now marked by Smart again. This time he gives off the hand to Masterson around the back. The pack will form. Wallace will fly. The ball gets to ground level. Hobbs tries to shove someone out the way, and now Wallace will pick it up. Gives a handball back to Paul. He left the footy behind. Numbers favour now Moe. Danaher just barrels one out. And again, Smart might be able to take this one, but Prowse causes the contest. Ball in dispute. Hobbs with a handball back. McLean with a nice little sidestep. Masterson outside of the boot. Goes across the face of the goal. Did he get some perm?
I can see what he was trying to do then too. If he got really good connection on that, that could have actually gone through the big sticks. I don't know which side, but it would have definitely been a chance.
All right, so Kelty in the right back pocket waiting for the ball to come back into play. His opponent on the mark. Is that Stern? Has Stern changed boots?
He has changed the boots. He's gone from the bright orange to the white ones now.
Okay, so Kelty now, right back pocket. Along the line he goes. Can he find a teammate there? He can't, but he will find the boundary, which is... It's okay, a 50-50 contest will take place. Just forward of left half forward. Warragul into attack. Kicking to the social club end. Warragul 7-1, Moe 7-6. Yes, I did say a cat.
Kicking a cat.
The ball back into play. And ball and all goes over the boundary line once more. Good pressure there from Belfer applied to Luke Garner. So we haven't seen much movement in the last 20 seconds. After the previous throw-in, we'll take two. Tempted to go forward. Baldy can't get a hand on it. Nice little quick give.
Oh.
He's trying to thread his way through. Was Ward. There was nowhere to go. Nice tackle laid, and Ward gave up the ball. And the reward goes to Ben Danaher. His family will have a big week coming up next weekend. Ben Danaher through the midfield. Wasn't a great kick though. It fell in the arms of an opponent. That opponent being Cant, Harrison Cant. He can't find a teammate either, and there'll be a ball up.
The rain may have stopped though, but Jesus, it got dark.
And a bit cold as well.
Might see the lights come on as Baldy comes into play, kicks towards Eden. He went without the ball, but keeps a handle on it, but he'll be beaten by the boundary again. So in front of the coach's box, that's the Moe coach's box. That's his coach's box. There'll be a boundary throw-in. Opening minutes of this third quarter, the margin just 5 points, favouring the visitors Moe.
So boundary throw-in. And in the front spot there was Smart. Ward might win this one. Ball just bounced the other direction. Danaher at the bottom of the pack then. And the umpire will do it all again. 4 minutes in, no score. So the margin still sits at the 5 points, as it was at half-time. Smart with a big tap down. Hobbs got held and will win the free kick from Trent Baldy.
Baldies and the Hobbs aren't going to have dinner tonight, that's for sure. And they've been at it all afternoon and all fairly just.
Hobbs gets called to play on as he creeps around. Kicks down the line, front spot, Scott Van Dyke. Good mark. Takes the grab, he's been ever reliable. Inside the middle of the ground, the kick was dangerous, but the over-the-shoulder free kick will be given. The advantage pays to Riley Baldy. His kick to half forward. A little tussle, Blackshaw at ground level. Toe pokes it. Wood was there to help out as well. And as Wood does on the ground, he fights for it. Kent scoops it up. Missed the handball by target. And then Danaher will come in. He'll give it to Riley Baldy. Back to Brock Smith they go. He coughs it up. Bailey Paul now has it. The kick around the body was blindly. And now it's taken by Golds. On that occasion, it is James Maslin. And he kicks down towards Trent Baldy.
So Trent Baldy, right half forward flank on the commentary side of the ground. Goes looking for Prowse, found that play, a good lead, good leg. And now a good opportunity to increase that margin from 5 to 11. A tough one. He's got the boundary to his left and the fence to his right. Hope that gives you an idea of just how poorly he's placed for a right footer. And he'll kick from 35 metres. It'll take something pretty special. Looks like he's going to take the punt kick option rather than the check side or the kick around. It'd have to be pinpoint perfect. Off the boot went right, pushed right to the thin side and gets a minus score.
First score of the quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard sees Moe leading by 6 points, 7-7 to 7-1.
Just that arm wrestle in the midfield again, Hobbs and Baldy. It's just been incredible to watch, and I think Riley might be just that nose in front at the minute, but what a contest we're watching this afternoon with those two.
The new feisty McSpicy range at Macca's. Things just got a little more feisty as Lucy comes in board, and then they kick it out wide. Numbers favour Moe though. Collings will reset and go back inside forward 50. Does it get to the back? No, just waiting there, although had a fresh air he did, Baldy, and now it gets to the goal line. They're going to rush it through the Gulls as the rain just starts to pick up again. The margin now back to 7 points.
As they bring the ball back in quickly and go towards Smart, it appears, deep in that right back pocket. And he goes short again too. We've had a knock of his kicking style, but he's been pretty effective today, I say, as they play on off the half-back line. They've got some runners from half-back to half-forward. At the bottom of that one, had to sit and wait, was Kosh. He's kicked 2 today. The ball bounces back out of his area. And the race is on towards the outer side of the ground where Masterson is one of the players deep in defence, but Smart was the one there that saw it over the boundary line.
That's where I think Moe have been a lot better this afternoon to them from Warragul. Just that ground play, when the ball comes to ground at a contest, Moe seems to have the numbers every contest.
It's a boundary throw in. Smart over the back, got it down to Wallace. Hold a little bit of candy. Comes back across the ground. Is it dangerous? No, they've got a runner out here. And it's Levi Moore. He'll soccer it off the ground. He'll try and get a bit of a run onto it. Bailey Paul will come in to help. Nash was there though for the Lions to try and interrupt that one. He gets a half forward. Rasso attacks it hard. Left foot kick around the body. Dangerous spot. Stern and Kelty. Kelty, the defender.
How? He was under the ball. How does that work?
Good arms, good stretch. 2 bites. Relieves pressure. Kicks it out towards Smith. And Smith will go out towards Maslin.
So Maslin now, half-back flank. They've got some runners now on the back of Kelty's beautiful defensive mark. His arms were 3 foot long. They extended to 5 foot in the blink of an eye. He got a fingertip to it, took a second bite as Wallace now for Warragul goes inboard. Risky kick, didn't pay off. And now it's a 50-50 contest. Courage required and courage given by 2 players. Baldy came in, picked up the crumbs, released. And as they go forward, it'll be cut off towards the outer side of the ground. Warragul play it down, behind play. And I reckon that's Jesse Siddle behind play.
It is.
As the Gulls go forward towards the left half forward flank, back of the pack. They need a winner here. They've got one. Can they find a way forward? It's a handball, but Baldy cuts that off, tries to duck the tackle, but the tackle was a beauty. And Hobbs, of course, came in to lend a hand as well, but the umpire will take control. Right in front of our commentary position. 3rd quarter of Gippsland Live's match of the day.
Just rain becoming a little bit of an obstacle for us now on the front of the windscreen here at the commentary box. Nash kicks around or straight into Lucy's chest.
So nearly 9 minutes gone, 3rd quarter. Warragul 7 goals, 143. Moe 7, 850, but Warragul into attack.
Sheridan's still on the ground, guys. He's been in the hands of the trainers, but looks like he's recovering okay now.
Siddle. So boundary throw in. It was tapped down by Prowse. Nash left it behind. Wallace shoved in the back, got a handball away. It's tough in the clinches. Danaher will handball over the shoulder. Here is Jesse Siddle. Had a little bit of a fumble. Tries to go back and win it again. Ball still in the play. Nash gave it out of bounds. Boundary throw in.
Might be seeing 2 of them.
9.5 minutes. 3rd quarter. Margin sits at 7. Just on a knife's edge at the moment. You sense that Warragul must get the next goal. As they thump it forward again to the Lions. Again, they'll get another boundary throw in. Big moment for the Moore Bowling Club. Mysterious 6th tap is now the better beer. So football about to come back in for the 3rd stoppage in the space of a couple of minutes. And we're going to have another one as it trickled over for another boundary throw in. What was that, Paul? Lights are on. You got a mic, you can use it.
Sorry, lights are on.
No need to whisper here. Lights have come on here at Western Park. As we said, rain starting to fall, a little bit dark. Boxer thought they'll blow over.
It has blown over, mate. It'll dry up very shortly. The windows, that is.
Hobbs from the stoppage gives it to Lucy, to Wallace. Inboard step, back to Hobbs. Right foot kick. Can it find the target? It does. Bailey Paul is the target. He's too far out to score. He wants to play on. Thumps his left foot into it.
Gonna go
open
close.
dog square. That's why he wanted to play on. And he points to us in the commentary box, Bailey Paul, because he wants a Zambrero.
He's going to get one too, I reckon, Scud, after that one there too, depending on the result of the game, because we've got a couple of great contenders this afternoon. But what a kick when it was just needed, because the game was going into a little bit of a stalemate at the minute, because it was a bit of a slog early, and so far now he's broken the game up with that goal, and what a bounce. He just got it inside the goalpost. Great finish.
And it's a 1 point game at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. The 1 point in favour of Moe on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard by 7-8-50, leading Warragul 8-1-49. They've kicked 7 goals straight from set shots.
So the scoreboard is actually showing what it should right now. They put the goal to the wrong team just a moment ago. If you at the ground, you would have noticed that. But importantly, Warragul into attack and a chance now again to close the shop. And let's go. It's Grasso goes inside forward 50, handball over the top or just behind the player who moments ago kicked a great goal, gets his hands on the ball again, right from where the damage was done a moment ago. And I speak of Warragul's Bailey Paul, who kicked a beauty and definitely a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day. Tackled right on the arc of 50, ball thrown up. Morrow gets rid of his teammate, quick kick forward by Lucy. Inside forward 50, Cassie, in fact, Rasso holds the ball in there. 40 metres from Warragul's goals.
Warragul lifted box up.
They are lifted very well, mate, and it's been led by this midfield as well. Mitch Smart's had a really big start to this third quarter.
So it was the big fella from Moe and Morrow got the tap forward. Baldy released of the ball, and now it comes forward from Lucy. Top of the square again.
Oh,
geez, I thought he nearly took the ball.
Yeah.
And that was Jack Cashin, who's kicked 2 in that second quarter. Positioned his body beautifully, and the ball almost stuck. Boundary throwing to take place.
Well, the gulls have certainly lifted. Margin at 1 point. We said a couple of minutes ago, the big moment's right here for the Moore Bowling Club. And Warragul responded. They got a stoppage now, 20 metres out from their goal. Yeah, will it be Hobbs on the move, or will it be Lucy? We know Lane Ward likes to get on the move. It is Lane Ward, and from it, kicks around the body, open space, Stern and Kelty, and again Kelty gets to the front spot, Boxer.
Jeez, he reads it well.
Time and time again.
And Stern would have thought he was in right in it then as well. So that was what makes it more frustrating for Stern.
Kelty's kick, outlet kick, doesn't quite find the target. Daniel Smartin is out there. Handball, Mr. Garner. They're under pressure. Siddle fights hard at Granula. So does Jacob Wood. Ball bobbles out. Wallace trying to get it out to Rasso, and a free kick's going to go Warriors' way in Rasso. He comes inboard, and he can find Lucy, who's working hard this afternoon. He's right in the middle of Western Park. His team trail by a point. He looks up. He's a right footer. Goes towards Stern and Kelty again. Stern gets to the front spot. Kelty gets the spoil in. Ground level, Trent Baldy to Nash. Nash under pressure. Lost the footy. Now ball in dispute. They dive on top of it. Don't drag it in, Prowse. You'll get pinged. Albie Phillips with a strong tackle. Now the umpire says ball it up.
Even though Moe weren't clean then with the ball that come to ground from Kelty, this is where Moe have been good all day at the ground level. But this time, Warragul just need to make sure they get in front and centre.
All right, 10 metres from Warragul's goals. Quick kick from Wallace. Ooh. And just on the thin side, nicely done. The left footer, who's been deadly earlier, had an opportunity under pressure, but it was a low percentage play. Didn't quite pay off.
Scores are 50-50, 8-2-50 Warragul, Moe 7-8-50 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 14.5-minute mark of the third quarter.
So the score is 50-50, the game 50-50. No question about that. We've played 14.5 minutes third quarter.
Make it 14.50. Van Dyke goes to the outer side. Tall target Prowse out there, takes the mark. As Paul Carter said, lights are on here. Still a little bit dark. No rain falling at the moment. It has fallen in the last moments of play, but not affecting the style at the moment. Van Dyke has it in the middle of the ground. Beautiful kick. and finds Brock Smith. He can chip it over the top. Presenting for him was Balfour, who couldn't complete the mark. Looking for ground level work. Lucy gathered it and wrapped up by a Trent Baldy tackle. And we'll have a stoppage, which we've had quite a few this afternoon. Both quarters have gone 30 minutes. This one expected to go thereabouts. Only the one goal scored, so that could be the difference. We had 8 kicked in the second quarter. As Rock gave it to Baldy, who then kicked it to Jacob Wood, who's outside 50. Now he kicks it inside forward 50. And standing tall at the back is the big fella there in Prowse. And Nick Prowse takes the mark, plays on quickly, kicks around the body, and he's missed it, I think. And he might have missed everything. He has. Absolutely everything from 15 metres out. No score, out of bounds on the full. Margin stays the same, which was level. Or as Scotty would say, if they both kick a goal, scores are now level.
It's an old joke.
Still funny though, the way
it's not bad. It's the way if you deliver it properly, it is. You're right.
Yeah, delivery's everything.
If you were with us in our pre-game, Boxer's joke of the day didn't go down so well.
No, actually, I beg to differ. I've got a little bit of feedback. Good feedback.
Yeah. Was that through the mic? Was it Pop?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So they transfer the play, Warragul, from that free kick outside towards Masterson. And he's got a little bit of grass, so when he just takes it, he gets to the defensive 50, kicks to the wing area. Numbers favour Warragul. McLean will shrug through a tackle, and they might be away. He has a bounce, if you don't mind. He gives it to Lucy by hand. He has a bounce. His right foot kick. Good chase down tackle. And great pressure by Jacob Balfour. Just enough pressure to call the errant kick to go out of bounds on the full at the other end of the ground.
Now Lucy kicks that one, Scud, and that would have been another contender.
We've had a few.
Jeebers creepers.
Zambrero goal today. Well, Morrow's kick was poor out of the full-back. It lands in the hands of Jack Lucy.
I'm going to back him in here, Scud man. Pop, I think...
Not sure he's got the distance, though, Box. He has to kick it 52 metres.
Well, we didn't think Mitch had the kick. No, he hasn't got the distance.
He chips it off to Smart.
I'll tell you what,
getting in the front.
Kick.
A little spot there, nicely done by Trent Baldy. Yeah. Lachlan Rock gathered it, then lost it. Brock Smith handball backwards to Gold, who got it backwards to Morrow. And he was happy to find the boundary line. They're under pressure, the Moe Lions defence.
Clearances are 9-3 Warragul's way this quarter.
So Moe, 5 more scoring shots, get locked away on the same score, total of 50. Nearly 18 minutes gone, third quarter. Drizzle of rain, it's gone dark. The game's really lit up in this last 5 minutes as Moe just struggled to get the ball out of that defensive area.
I should just make mention too, I've been asked a few times about the helicopter in the oval next door. Yes. The question's been asked is whether it was a netballer that got hurt. We're not clarifying, we wouldn't see any action come from that area either. So I'm just for our listeners to say, I don't think it was a netballer. Yep. So, or we don't think it was a netballer.
I think it's unrelated to
here.
Unless it was a patron. Correct. Nothing to do with the player.
No, not at all. Not at all.
So 30 metres out from Warragul's goals, nicely done. Prowse, quick handball down, kick forward, Baldy falls in the arms again of Rasso. No, it's not. It's Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes gives ground. Masterson. All 36 players forward of centre. It's away Warragul. They want it on their terms, and their terms they can win ugly. They can do it nicely too, as Kelty front of the pack. Quick kick from
Lucy.
Lucy didn't find the goals, and now they work it out through Baldy. Thought held behind play. Riley Baldy tried to skip it in with one hand. The young fella there for Warragul in Harrison Camp. Left foot kick around the body. They've got someone at ground level. No, overrunning it, unfortunately, was Kay McLean. Picked up beautifully. It's still in the Warragul forward 50 before Moe's Justin Morrow clears the area, goes short and relieves the pressure through Balfour.
Yeah, nicely done. Defence under pressure for the Lions. They're standing tall at the moment. It's an absolute cracker. Scores locked at 50 apiece. Warragul are 8-2. Moe is 7 goals 8. As Trent Morrow drives it towards the wing area. Prowse the target. Ground level there was Wallace. Jumping on the back there was Brock Smith. And we have another ball up.
I just feel Warragul, they're just letting go of those opportunities. They've had a lot of the play inside this forward 50. Probably been down here for the last 5 minutes and haven't taken the chances.
9 of the last 10 inside 50s are Warragul.
There you go. You're on the money. That's why you make dreams become a reality since 1982. Boxer Warragul a chance through Phillips. Left
nice
kick
leg.
Out towards. At the toes. On that occasion was Casson, couldn't complete the mark. Moe now through Collings. Left foot kick to open space. It's going to bounce on the grass, but Warragul read this one a little bit better. Masterson handles over the top to Garner. Warragul at the moment are full of running. The kick, though, will just sit up and allow James Maslin to take the mark and slow things down again.
So Maslin, half-back flank, along the commentary position to half-forward, went looking for Tim Gold, it could have been.
Free kick.
A free kick's paid, advantage not paid.
It's going to go Warragul's way to Masterson.
So Masterson, just to the left of the left half-back flank, and chooses to change direction. It was a risky kick. But the big fella, the ruckman, has done well. Mitch Smart provided the contest, and they're going to run away with this one, and they're going to do it through Settle, thank you. Settle, who copped a knock earlier, but he's come good. Warragul have got some room to move now. A kick to the advantage. Can they find a teammate? They can.
Good kick, Ollie Wilson. Good kick, Xavier Wilson, and kicked it down towards Levi Moore.
Levi Moore read it beautifully, and the kick needed to have the right weight for him to not break stride and take the mark, running with the flight of the ball, and he took the mark just 35 metres from goals. On the slightest of angles, an opportunity to get a much-needed goal. Any score will get them the lead. A goal is what he's after. Off the boot, looks neat, straight through the middle. Thank you, and isn't he happy with that? A young fella.
It's just one of those things where you have to be rewarded for all the times you come inside 50, because if you're a Warragul player, you're going to be frustrated. You get the ball inside 50 so many times without reward, then you think, why are we doing it? And then finally, when they set the ball up properly, the ball was beautifully kicked inside 50, and they got that reward they just needed to put themselves in front.
It's 8 goals from 8 set shots today. Out of 9 goals, 256, which is the Warragul score at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter. They are leading by 6 points over Moe. 7-8-50 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So back in the centre of Western Park, again, Warragul get the tap, looking for the centre break. They can't. Baldy, this time's it's Trent. Kicks to right half-forward flank. The kick is goes askew. The last goal kicker picked it up beautifully, handballed it towards the boundary line, didn't find it. Wood keeps it in. He finds himself dispossessed, though. Fights hard to keep the ball in the area. Lays 2-3 tackles, now under pressure. Both sides, and it spills out towards the Warragul direction, but only momentarily before Baldy's quick kick is also smothered. Danaher releases a handball to Wood. Over the top, can he find a teammate? He can't. Trent Baldy hits a body and hits it with all he's got, but it wasn't enough to dispossess the player with the ball. A kick off the ground was deemed in danger, and the kick goes to Wood, and he finds a teammate right half-forward flank.
Yeah, it looks to be Collings. He's a left footer, so he wheels and goes. Puts it inside forward 50. It's at the far end of the ground. No one can mark it. Try to squeeze a handball out there was Blackshaw, or was Thomas Blackshaw, but it's eventually gone through for a minor score. 23.5 minutes gone. Paul Carter.
5-point lead to Warragul. They are 9-2-56. Moe 7-9-51.
This is getting quite dark here down at Western Park. Masterson to bring it back in. We'll go to the far side of the ground. Target in Stern. Has to become the defender. Brock Smith was there. It bobbles out. Got a pole in the way, and I can't see who's picked up the footy. Somehow, Bailey Paul has it. I'm rocking from left to right. They get it back, half-back flank. Stern has it. Kicks towards the wing. No one can mark. Smart was the target. Has to work harder at ground level. Flicks it back to his teammate. And then the little dump kick's not going to work. It's going to land in the hands of Prowse for the Lions at half-back.
So Prowse from half-back goes along that same line to half-forward. Can he find a teammate? He can. Cleverly done. Good mark. And Moe will go forward now. There's a bit of room to move. Baldy went without the ball. Spills over. All of a sudden, the thing's starting to go Warragul play.
Kick.
And just as I say that, the kick was poor and fell on the arms of the Moe defenders. They, in turn, have given it up. Rasso went without it.
Oh, dear.
And he, too. I reckon the slippery conditions are starting to take an effect right now, because we've seen 3 or 4 mistakes in the last minute and a half as Baldy tries to get a handle on the ball. He too loses possession. A free kick. I tell you what, they're dropping the ball. I didn't think he had control, to be honest.
I don't think it's the wet conditions, Poppy. I think because they've just been a bit sloppy here and the pressure's on at the minute too. So getting close to three-quarter time, a lot of players are sensing that. So there's a little bit of urgency in the play.
Jake Hughes was the tackler. Went lateral to Masterson. He's trying to take a little bit of time off the clock. 25 minutes are gone. Third quarter for McDonald's. Margin sits at 5 points in favour of the Warragul side. The kick goes high. Target was Daniel Smart. Gets out to the back.
Oh, good
well
take.
done. Picked up this one by Kai McLean. Goes inside forward 50. He's got Wallace on. And he takes the mark. In front of Morrow. Kicks it high. It's going to be Smart on Maslin. And a good little spoil. It was. Maslin does well. Gathered it then and kicked it outside his defensive 50. Go and get it. Nash was the target. Hobbs shrugged the tackle. He's got a free kick over the shoulder though, Hobbs. He wants someone to present. Stern will go. No, in the front spot. Van Dyke dropped the mark he should have taken. Stern kicks around the body on the right foot. Wallace is there. Goes over the top of his head. Has anyone touched it? Albie Phillips slips. Stands up. Kicks it over the shoulder. Nearly the miraculous. Brock Smith touched it. Albie Phillips.
There's a reason why coaches go ball, Poppy.
Yes, I can see that, Nick.
You know that, and then I think Wallace just didn't. He underestimated his own foot. He should have sat back. He was in the perfect spot for a left footer, and he opted to play on. And we've still got another stoppage here in the pocket.
Just the excitement of the moment as Kelty will see this one over the boundary line. We've played 26 and a half minutes of this third quarter. Warragul, the home side here at Western Park, up by 5 points. 9 goals 2 to Moe, 7 goals 9. Their efficiency in front of goals has them the lead. But for how long? They're wanting to extend this lead now. Hobbs had the door opened for him by a teammate. Here we go, car crash. Nicely done, Riley. Hit hard. In fact, it was Baldy that hit hard. Garner was on the receiving end of that. Tackle's been laid left, right and centre. Hobbs keeps it in nicely. Kicks to the pocket and keeps it in. A pinpoint perfect kick. Was very clever.
How's the Jacob Wood tackle on Smart?
They just looked like David and Goliath, but he didn't want to give up either.
So boundary throw in, 27 minutes gone. Game on the line. 5 point margin. Prowse taps it down. At pace was Wallace. And then drags down his opponent. Hobbs and Baldy go at it again. The
old-fashioned supporters. You dirty mongrel down the bottom. Did you hear that?
Absolutely love it. And nothing's been untoward. It's been physical, it's been tough, but nothing has been dirty.
No, not at all.
It's been a very physical game of football. That's the way that Warragul like to play. And they're pressing here. They want a big scalp. Is this the day they get it? Moe standing tall though in the defence. And over the shoulder in the back. Free kick's going to go Moe's way.
It's bound to be cleared by the umpire too. It was so many stoppages inside 50 at the minute. So the free kick was definitely there.
Ben Danaher has it. Points for the long kick down the line. Prowse will be the target. Masterson will fly. Both Prowse boys there. Does it stay in the field of play?
Didn't think so.
No. Umpire said it was touched and over it goes.
Well, he was perfectly placed to our eye.
Which was also perfectly placed.
Yes, thought over. Ball to be thrown back in. Prowse front position, dispossessed of that position. Can they clear the area? They can't. Geez, the intensity's good around the ball as Hobbs holds that ball in.
Just for you guys that rode off Leongatha before pre-game, Leongatha 99.63, Bairnsdale 5.232.
He didn't write them off.
Warragul will, if they can get the handle on the ball, they can, but they can release the ball. They can't just at the moment. Tackle was good as Hobbs.
I'm just laughing because Hobbs goes to ground and both Baldies just jumped on him as well. So it's been a great contest all afternoon, those two. Maybe three, we'll say.
So Hobbs stepped on Baldy's foot. Baldy didn't like it.
And then they stand up and bump each other again.
Yeah, it's been out of all day. Prowse, quick kick from that ball up, but it falls in the arms of Cant. Over the top it goes. Baldy came through. He just needed to be 1 foot to his right, and he could have collected what he wanted.
And the thing is that Wood had him covered. Wood had him covered for the tackle. It was just that errant arm coming through.
Yep, so Lucy now. The left footer will kick to centre half forward. Can he find a winner? He's got one, maybe. Flying high, but not taking the ball for Warragul was Walker. Can you believe this?
Yes.
It's a beauty. An absolute beauty, boy. Hobbs. What an absolute cracking goal, Paul Carter.
takes Warragul out to an 11-point lead, which I believe is the highest lead they've had for the day at the 30-minute mark of the third quarter. They are 10-2, Warragul on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Moe 7-9-51.
I'd hate to compare it to an 18-year-old. That was Harley Reid-like in regards to the don't argue. But what he did, though, he did it around the body. He didn't go running straight at goal either. Just in the dying moments of the game, gives them an 11-point lead. Wowee, Hobbsy.
They've kicked 3 goals a quarter. Moe haven't kicked one. Back to the middle they go. Warragul are up and about. And Wallace tries to run on it. Coming off the line, nicely done was Olsen. A quick kick from Lucy towards the boundary line. Stern direction. Kelty will see it. And Stern will see it go over.
Isn't it incredible? The amount of ball inside 50, we haven't seen a lot of influence from Kilty this quarter because they've kept the ball away from him and they've used the ball a little bit economically coming inside 50.
Siren sounds. It went 30 minutes, of course. It was all Warragul in the quarter. And they trailed by 5 at half-time. The margin is out to 11 at three-quarter time. It's 10-2, 62. To Moe 7-9-51. We have a quarter to go, and it's an absolute belter on Saturday afternoon, Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
It's time for the Gippsland League top 5 from round 7. We kick it off with number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi. Got the hand pass out of the pack, outside of the boot, bending it around, kicking a great goal. Kicking off at number 2, Ben Danaher here from Moe. An absolute huge roost. Gets it out the pack. He's about 65 from home. He gets the kind bounce and it goes all the way. Number 3, Jack Lucy here from Warragul. Gets the ball out the pack, gives the don't argue, and then goes around on the left and finishes nicely. Number 4, it's Caleb Corwin here from Maffra. This is some beautiful work, this, a real classy finish. Finds himself in a little bit of space, starts running in towards goal. Whoop, sells the candy, takes a bounce as well, and then finishes as calm as you'd like. And number 5, it's Brandon McDonald here from Morwell. Takes the clutch mark. All the boys are celebrating, but he had to go back and finish it. And he does, to kick the match-winning goal to give the Tigers the win.
Yes, welcome back. What a quarter for the Warragul side. 10-2-62, they lead Moe 7-9-51, 11-point margin at three-quarter time. Here's Paul Carter with all the key stats from Gippsland Isuzu Ute, the new D-Max, now available.
Well, the inside 50s were huge for Warragul, 17-4 in that quarter. They take over that lead 31-28. The clearances went Warragul's way 11-9. Centre clearances 3-1 Warragul's way as well. The free kicks are still fairly even. The marks are pretty even through that quarter. Contested marks, Moe took 6-2 that quarter. Marks inside 50 went 3-2 Warragul's way. 8 more hit-outs for Mitch Smart. He's up to 36 for the match, up against Chris Prowse, who had 11 in that quarter for 32. Lane Ward, 17 disposals. Jack Lucy, 12 disposals that quarter. He's up to 25. Tom Hobbs up to 16. For Moe, Riley Baldy has 25 disposals to three-quarter time. Trent Baldy 16, 14 Scott Van Dyke, and 8 to Ben Danaher that quarter. He's had 19 disposals, but 11 clearances for Ben Danaher.
Thank you very much, Paul. Nick Lachenau's got some scores for us around the grounds, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
I do, Scud. Perfect timing. I just got through the last one there. Now, Lee and Gatha have come back 9-9-63 to Bairnsdale, 6-3-39. Sale. In a real tight one here against Morwell, 12-6-78 to Morwell, 11-7-73. Traralgon, 13-8-86 to Maffra, 7-7-49. Wonthaggi have got themselves back in front, 6-10-46 to Druin, 6-5-41. In the mid-Kippy, Ballara, 9-6-60 to Tura, 7-9-51. Fish Creek, 14-16, 100 to 1-6-12 Tarwin. Foster, 15-4, 94 to Stony Creek, 9-6-60. Hilland, 10-5-65. Moving north, 10-12-72. So a close one there for their first win of the afternoon, the year, I should say. MDU, 13-9-87. Newborough, 11-6-72. They like a comeback, Newborough. Yanar, 14-9-93. Thorpedale, 11-5-71. North Kippy, Hayfield, 7-14-56. Soul City, 10-6-66. Yarram, 14-6-90. Cower, 8-13-61. Churchill, 4-8-32 to Woodside, 10-15-75. And Glengarry, 2-3-15. Raysdale, 16-14, 110.
Boxer, very well done. Final quarter. This is going to be an interesting one. As we said, Warragul have been playing some good footy, but haven't had a scalp. Is today the day they get the second place Moe side. As the ruckman go at it, Smart taps it down to Wallace. He tried to give it to Lucy, who left it behind. Baldy fights, so does Wood. Riley lost it. Lucy had a fresh airy. Ball in dispute. Now wrapped up. And we've got a stoppage.
How important first goal. Warragul get that. They cruise out to a 3-goal lead. Moe get it. We've got a one-goal ball game. Ball thrown up. Hobbs overrun it. Baldy doesn't make that same mistake, and Moe go inside their forward 50. The kick wasn't great. It fell in the arms of quite a stoic defender in Masterson, who runs from defensive 50 all of 15 metres and kicks towards right half forward flank. Kelty dropped what normally you'd expect him to take, as difficult as it was. Good tackle means dropping the ball will go the way of Warragul, and the goal kicker from the second quarter, Tom Stern, takes the mark. The kick is short and he finds a teammate. And that teammate is it's not Lucy, so it must be
Kai McLean.
Just the dirt on the number made it a bit hard to pick up, but not for Scud as they go inside 50, and that's Kelty that took the mark.
It's Prowse.
No, it's Prowse, the big man Prowse. Kelty was alongside, but Prowse's long arms was good enough to reel that one in, and he goes short, but Moe keep possession in their defensive 50.
Yeah, they do. It goes to Golds. Wobbly sort of kick. It's going to be turned over. Lands in the hands of Lan Ward. He took the mark, but he played on quickly. He, in the end, had to give a handball to Albie Phillips and then shuffle it backwards to Stern, who got quickly wrapped up in the tackle. It was Bailey Paul in the end, and we've got a boundary stoppage. Inside forward 50 for Warragul, though. And Paul will have to do the ruck duties. Up against Prowse. Prowse with the clear advantage. Tapped it down. Danaher thumped it again. Hobbs was there. Guess who tackled him? Riley Baldy. Correct. Thanks for the team support.
Well, you.
2 minutes in.
I think the listeners knew as well.
Yeah, just wondering which Baldy it was.
Yeah, little quick kick from the ruckman. Prowse. Lucks of fortune. Lands in the hand now of Wood. Defensive 50. Can he find the target on the outlet? He does. Chris Prowse. Or a free kick either way. That was Nick, taking the mark. So Nick has it. Far side of the ground. Wingish area. Gets called to play on a high kick. Blackshaw will try and fly. Front spot there was Smart. Ground level handball from Collings. Inboard to Rock. They eventually get it back out towards Blackshaw. Has to fight at ground level. Hughes is there to put on a tackle and rush him over the boundary line. And Balfour will be the last one to get up.
They've been serviceable today, both the Prowse boys as well, but that missed goal down near the netball court early on in that third quarter might come back to bite him a little bit too, though.
Ball tap down. Warragul have control, courtesy of a nice Mitch Smart tap, and they clear the area, but only momentarily. It's around about Moe's half-forward flank, but they're in control and will burst inside forward 50. Can they find a winner? The lead was on. Couldn't take it, and Hobbs, been one of the better players for the day. Left foot kick, just outside 50, falls in the arms of, is that Balfour, the left footer?
Lickety-lick.
Yeah. Balfour's left foot kick was sloppy. And falls inside forward 50 again, but cleared. So a little bit of the old-fashioned kick to kick at the moment. The skill level isn't high, intensity's pretty good. And now Moe find themselves under pressure, but equal to it as Trent Porty takes the ball. Can he find a winner inside 50? He can't. A quick tap from the back by a Moe forward, falls in the hands of Lucy now.
Wallace,
he gets one too high. That's Wallace. So the forward is just 30 metres from Moe's goal. So he's doing some hard yards at both ends, and that left leg needs to be good, and is. Clears the area.
Finds Paul on the outer side. Left foot kick towards the wing. He's got someone presenting it stern. Gets underneath it. Although can go back, and good run down tackle from Balfour. Holding the footy, good call. That player you were about to mention before in Sim, I know he come back on, but we haven't seen him since, at all. No. So there is an issue there with Harry Sim, as Moe might be down to 3 on the bench in the last quarter. Meanwhile, the ball gets out to the near side where Riley Baldy has it.
They've done well here, Warragul. They've really closed him in. He had nowhere to go, Baldy.
He comes towards the boundary line, finds Trent, who can take the mark on centre wing, close to the boundary line though.
We might have to do a stat, sorry, Scud. Trip the Baldy to Baldy next time we have a Moe game.
All right, so Trent gets calls to play on, kick to the top of the 50. Prowse will be the target. Well done by Masterson, just working Prowse underneath it. And allowed Smart to take the mark. His kick, he wants it down the line, and he wants it long. It's a wobbly torpedo drop punt, upside down mongrel punt. And it falls in the hands of Danaher, who quickly gave it off to Baldy. Drives it inside to Makepeace. And Makepeace takes the mark. He's got 3 this afternoon. Tight angle, right in front of us, where the 50 meets the boundary.
I reckon the man on the mark might have claimed an extra metre or 2.
He'll have to kick it 49 metres. You might think that he might run around a little bit to the right, but this is an important one. Big moments for Moore Bowling Club right now. Runs around 48 metres, on its way, wants it to come back right to left. Smart says, I'll tap it through, like a good ruckman does. And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard,
takes Moe to 7 goals, 10-52. That's their 5th inside 50 to 1, and that's their first score. That's a 10-point deficit. Warragul 10-62.
So Jack Lucy will bring the ball back into play as his teammates in the main are outside 50 or on the arc of 50. Usually a good user of the ball. This needs to be good, and is. Towards the outer side of the ground, finds a teammate, and they're going to work their way through Wallace. He got the ball from Garner, and Garner wants to be an option, but he chooses to go long. Can't find a teammate around about half-back flank or just deeper than that. And Moe quickly, through a flurry of handballs, they're going to start to put some pressure on this Warragul defence once more. Some good tackling behind the scenes, gives an up and under kick, and getting rid of his opponent so nicely was Blackshaw, but a free kick's been paid again to Warragul.
Yeah, fair decent shove out on that occasion. In the hands of Hughes. So Jake Hughes only coming back into the side last week. A good solid defender that he is. Right foot kick on the outer side. Clears the defensive 50, but Prowse is out there to take the mark. And that's Chris Variety. Quickly plays on. Handballs in towards Balfour. Gives it back now to Golds, and Golds kick inside. Makepeace with the target. Going back again was Hughes. Can't complete the mark though on that occasion. Wasn't paid. And now the boundary line will just about win out, and it does. 7 minutes in, we haven't had a goal scored, just like the third quarter when we took 11 minutes. The margin sits at 10 in favour of Warragul Box.
Yeah, he's unlucky not to be paid that mark, Hughes. He's been good down back since quarter time.
A dangerous spot for the Warragul defenders. Quick kick by Lucy. High up and down. Standing underneath it is Belfer. And he takes the mark. He quickly plays on. Gives it to Van Dyke. 49 metres out across the face of goal. Misses everything out of bounds on the full.
They're peppering. They really are peppering at the moment, Moe. They're just not taking that full swing when they're getting inside 50. We see Jacob Wood go to ground as well, and he's a tough character. Gets back on his feet.
So Patrick Mulqueen for the Warragul side to bring it back in.
Is that all?
And Mulqueen doesn't know, wants to go across the face. I think he wants to now go down the line. And that's the option because Smart's there on his own to take the mark.
Now he needs to get a handball off here. He's looking for the handball too.
Lucy's coming.
Hurry up, Lucy.
Lucy's coming.
Hang on.
No. He decides to kick. And he finds the target 100% by foot on this occasion.
And the crowd loved it as well. The kick went straight.
Caston's little chip over the top. Finds McLean. McLean looks up. He's going to wait for Smart to get down the line. No, he's not. He's just going to kick it down, and it's going to go towards Stern. He dropped the mark that he should have taken on that occasion because Kelty peeled off. Stern has to win it at ground level now. Tries the handball. Can't quite get it through. Kelty comes in to help. Prowse is there. All the big blokes for Moe have to be working hard at ground level. They need some support, and Maslin says, I'll come and give you a hand. And he wins it. He's going to take the high risk through the middle of the ground. Spoiled by Lucy. Numbers favour Warragul. Garner handballs over the top to McLean. Top of the 50. Inboard handball. Hefford to put it through for a minor score. Now that could have been an all-important first goal of the final quarter. 9 minutes in, score says
10-3, 63 Warragul to Moe 7-10, 52.
Every point counts, but if you had the option, you know what you'd rather, and Moe need more than Warragul do. Trailing by that margin of 11 points, they come to the commentary position side of the ground and find the boundary line. Probably a set play, really. They now have 50-50 ball at left half-back flank. Long way from home, but a long way to go. 20 minutes, would think. The game, it's a really important one for Warragul. They win, their season remains alive, and the question mark lights up above Moe.
Oh,
sling tackle, yeah. I'd say that would be the case. Yes, It was.
Good call.
And the free kick will go the way of Warragul, and Kane McLean, who feeds it off quickly. The kick's poor. And out of play in the full. Wasted opportunity again.
And it's wasted.
Yeah, composure.
You've got to be composed in this sort of situation as well. I know that the blood's running through his veins pretty quickly to get that ball inside 50. But McLean's been fantastic. So we probably should have thought through that as well.
Maslin kicks it short to Trent Baldy.
So we've got a drawn game between Wonthaggi and Drawn at the moment. It's 54 to 54. And it's saying final, so we might have a drawn game down there at the minute.
Wow. There you go. I'll come back to that in a moment because I've got some news. As Baldy has it, kicks it out wide. Here's Moe's chance. Lands in the hands of Eden. Eden looks up. He wants a runner. He should kick it inside forward 50. He does. It's 1-on-1. Good spoil there by Daniel Smart. And the numbers favour Warragul. Lucy gets back. Right foot chiseling kick. Turnover though.
Silly. I mean, not silly, but too risky at this stage of the game.
You attack the corridor like we always encourage them to do, but when you're in this situation and you've only got a slender lead,
you've got to be
sure. You want to kick down the line, you've got to be sure. 100%.
Bryce Collings directly in front. It's 11 minutes again, just like the third quarter. This is a big moment, and Collings comes in and misses.
Margin back to 10 points. We're at the 11.5 minute mark of the last quarter. 7-11, 53 Moe, trailing Warragul, who are 10-3, 63. Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
So Lucia to bring the ball back into play. 36 players, in fact 34 players, one end of the ground. Lucy plays on from full back as they do, and then goes outside 50. Good strong mark, front of the pack by Mitch Smart. Oh, Smart's going to go inboard too with another risky move. This one doesn't pay off. The mark should have been taken and wasn't by Warragul, and that was Albie Phillips. But the ball stays in the area, right half-back flank.
box of that game down there in South Gippsland. Still
It's
going.
still going, even though the webpage does say final.
I can tell you Wonthaggi 61, drew at a 54, 22 minutes final quarter.
Desperation for Wonthaggi, desperation for two sides here at Western Park as well. As the ball's quick kick forward towards the forward line. Hobbs from 50! Is that the closer?
That's 3 for Hobbs.
I tell you, this guy is a very, very good, smart footballer, and a lot of composure. Had a lot of pressure around him as well too, Pop, and just to do what he did in the clutches of the game right now. We've been playing 13 minutes, and he knew that the game was on the line right here. Smart footballer, smart finish.
And it's 16 points the margin in Warragul's favour on the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. They are 11-3-69, leading Moe 7-11-53.
Well, you'd rather be where Warragul are, but don't give this game up. Moe will come again.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've got the first, although Moe haven't kicked a goal since the 31-minute mark of the second quarter as well. And Smart tapped it down. Goes forward to where Jacob Wood just kicks it off the ground. Off the wing comes Moore. Taps it forward. Trent Baldy's there, so's Jacob Wood. Shrugs under the tackle of Hobbs. Handballs to no one in particular, although it falls somehow in the hands of Trent Baldy. Brock Smith's kick was smothered. Desperation stakes now for the goals. Nash just gave it up to Hobbs. He's been good for Gippsland. Isuzu Ute. Siddle gives it back to Hobbs. Hobbs wants to don't argue. Doesn't get it in the end. Handballs over the top to Wallace. Skips around one. Over the shoulder handball to Smart was good. Kick around his body was good. Top of the 50 now for the footy. Kelty was there, taps it, neatly done to Maslin, running backwards, will switch this across the face. Could it be a turnover? No, it's a pinpoint, beautiful kick. And Taj Eden can take the mark for the Lions. He'll chip it over the top. He's got someone who presents in Van Dyke. He's got one further afield. And that was Maslin again, who takes the mark. Outside, half-back flank build-up for the Lions. Comes backwards again towards Van Dyke. His team trail. The margin 16 points as Van Dyke's kick tried to go towards Prowse, who couldn't quite complete the mark. Rasso will kick around his body. Centre half forward direction it goes. At the toes. Well roved by Wallace. Left foot kick. Top of the square it goes. Big fly from Stern. Ball comes to ground. Rushing it through. Maslin, no, he's going to keep it in the field of play. Outlet kick will be neat. And he can find Taj Eden.
So Taj Eden goes short now. Nice lead, nice take. Reckon that could be Big Nick Prowse, is it? Outer side of the ground, not sure.
Far side, I'll give you a hand out there. It's James Maslin.
Close. They're both on the same side as they go towards the outer side, right half forward flank. Warragul have got all the answers at the moment, but Moe continue to ask the questions. They go inside forward 50. That's our Makepeace that takes the mark, and a nice mark it was. He needs to move the ball quickly. They're outnumbered in the forward 50. And he finds a teammate. He can't. Now they've got some an opportunity as Moe. I tell you what, down and maybe hurting the knee for Moe was Levi Moore as Trent Baldy kicks for goal. Top of the square, thump through nicely. They're defending beautifully. Defending beautifully.
15-point margin in Warragul's favour, 11-3-69 to 7-12-54.
Masterson with the spoil, and now with the duties to bring it back in. Plays on, touches it down, kicks it towards the coach's box side of the ground. Big pack will form. Smith couldn't mark. Trent Baldy with a quick kick. Inside 50 again. There's a free kick for hold. Warragul's way. And the crowd says they're holding each other. One says good decision, umpire. I think that's about where it sits. Well done. Sean Masterson with the free kick. Looks up. He's going to kick it where he just kicked it a couple of seconds ago. Down the line. This time the targets will be the big ruckman. Out the back it gets. Van Dyke with a handball to Golds. Kick inside. Good spoil by Lucy. Front spot there. Nicely done by Hefford. Now to Cant. And he doesn't quite find the target of Albie Phillips, but the boundary line could be their friend as well. And 16 and a half minutes, and it says a 15-point margin in the favour of the home side. Is this the upset we're looking for?
Yeah, look, Riley Baldy as well for me. He's just his influence in the game has sort of mellowed out a little bit too, so they need him here on point.
So Baldy now, Riley, the 1-2, finds Taj over the half-back flank, draws the player. Inside, can they find? They do. Nicely done. Work through. Blackshaw on the end of it. Right half forward flank. The visiting side trail by 15. Still at least 10 minutes to go. Possibly 12 if the first 3 quarters are any indication. Inboard. Back to Baldy. Baldy runs to within 50. He's going to kick to the top of the square. They need a winner right here, right now.
Oh.
Nearly got it. Quick kick from the pack. Offline. I reckon it was Belfer.
Yep.
And had a play on the full.
And just as I spoke about Riley Baldy, he's had the last 4 possessions to bring it the ball inside 50. So he needs to keep influencing the game here for Moe. If they're going to have any chance right now, they need these players like him and his brother, the 2 Prowse boys as well, to really step up here to give themselves a chance.
So they're in no rush at the moment, Warragul. They are in somewhat control, given the margin of 15 points, but they can't afford to give one up, and they don't on this occasion. Nicely presented was Bailey Paul, still inside defensive 50. Looks to his left to change direction. No, goes short. Presenting nicely back.
Oh,
no,
well done, Brock.
Good take, and here we go. Brock inside forward 50. Belfer stretches. Got some room to move, but chooses not to. Goes back, and now we've got a crowded forward 50 line. He's kicked towards Baldy. No, in fact, Taj pays off. Baldy's an option.
Yep.
Going to be that option. Runs towards goal. Needs to kick.
There
A goal. He kicks a goal. The game alive. They're back to 9 points. Paul Garner.
Exactly right. Poppy, that's 8-12-60 now, Moe, and Warragul 11-3-69. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, almost 19 minutes. But
Yeah, great option to go.
100%.
The basketball kick around, and of course Taj Eden just waited and waited and waited. Of course Poppy called it that it was Baldy, but in the end it was lurking around the area, got on the end of it and nailed it. And your man, he's coming good.
He's coming good too, and it's identical to the third quarter where Warragul dominated the inside 50s. Now it's Moe, the last 5 minutes. They've dominated the inside 50s without the reward. Now they've got it. We might have a free kick in the middle of the ground.
Free kick Moe's way.
Yep, goes to the ruckman, gives it out the back to Trent Baldy. His right foot kick partially smothered. Numbers there for Warragul. Lucy kicks around the body to the wing area. It's some open areas, and this time it's Daniel Smart. It's a wobbly kick. It's going to work out, and it's going to land in the hands there on this occasion. Xavier Olsen inboard. It goes to Garner. Big fly out the back. Wallace, did he give away the free kick? I think he might have, and he did. So the free kick will go to Maslin. Ben squares it out wide to Van Dyke, who can take the mark. Inboard 45 kick was good. Found Golds. Golds will turn and go into the middle of the ground. The high risk kick. Found his big ruckman. He wants a runner, and that runner is Rock. And he gets it out wide. Belford dropped the mark. Cant will close. Belford steps inside. Excuse me, a little kick towards Danaher. Can't complete the mark. Lucy. Danaher with a squeezing handball out towards Baldy. Belford's there as well. And now Hobbs will clear it for the Warragul side.
So Hobbs does it beautifully. Quick left foot kick forward by Warragul. Clear the area. Don't clear the pressure though, because Moe have got the numbers as we speak. Warragul forward comes in, lays the tackle. And at left half forward flank, the field umpire will take control. 20 minutes gone.
What's in the water?
9
Hang
points.
on, what's in the water? What's going on with these two? I'll call it if you like, guys. Hang on. No, you're right.
So Warragul 11-3-69, Moe 8-12-60. 20 minutes and 30 seconds gone. Free kick Moe's way again. They continue to push forward. And Warragul are hanging on with everything they've got, but only just. The balls are towards the outer side of the ground. Again, they've got the numbers. Hobbs takes on the tackler. Free kick behind play's going to go which way? Warragul's way.
Rasso.
The home side breathes a sigh of release.
Sorry, Hefford.
So Hefford, just forward of left half forward flank, goes towards left half forward flank. He was at half back flank. Wallace was the target. The ball's still in the area. Moe trying to clear that area and do so. Nicely done by Riley Baldy. He's tackled, goes for the safety of the boundary and finds that safety. So momentarily, all 36 players and 2 coaches take a big breath. And like the crowd here today, we'll be holding it.
Well, boundary throw-in. 21 3/4 minutes gone. Final quarter for Harvey Norman. Game in dispute. 9 points of margin. Quick kick around the body. And it lands in the chest. Who's presented well all afternoon is Isaac Wallace. He's too far out to score, though. He'll chip it over the top. The forward presenting at ground level of Stern. Couldn't complete the mark. Bailey Paul was there, quickly wrapped up from Declan Kelty tackle. And we're going to ball up inside Warragul's forward 50. This game obviously going quite late. The other games are starting to finish, and Nick Lachino is going to get us some scores. There's a couple of games already finished. The Sale have defeated Tigers, we can give you that one, and Wonthaggi have defeated Druin. And we've got a free kick back here. It's going Warragul's way. This is an all-important shot on goal from the youngster Bailey Paul. So 22 and a half minutes gone. Set the scene. 9-point margin, Warragul lead it. They've got a shot now. We think it will probably go another 8 minutes like the other 3 quarters have gone. But this could just about give a nice little buffer. And Bailey Paul slots it through the middle. Celebrates with his crowd and celebrates with his teammates. That is a clutch goal from Bailey Paul.
It is too, Scud, and the composure was beautiful there by Paul. And we saw that in the third quarter when he kicked an absolute ripper here, and just in front of the crowd too, to let him know about it. And he was pretty excited about that one too. But why wouldn't you be? They just gave you a bit more of a breathing space, and it may have just about shut the gate for Murray, I reckon.
It's back to that 15-point margin again. We're at the 23-minute mark of the final quarter. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard has Warragul 12-3-75, leading Murray 8-12-60.
Should have bought me PJs. We'll be here all night.
Ball back in the centre of Western Park. Nicely thumped down. Moe still not giving it up, but at this stage seemingly fighting a losing battle.
And that's 9 goals straight from 9 set shots from Warragul.
They've been good all day, haven't they? They're forwards with limited opportunities. I mean, look at the scoreboard. They've had 5 less scoring shots, but yet lead by 3 goals.
Yep.
And that's a courtesy of some good finishing, as Paul Carter's highlighted. 24 minutes gone. Countdown's on. Costly loss for Moe. Currently second. Could be in a fight for 5th spot, depending on how the other games unfold today. They'll definitely fall to Traralgon. If Morwell and Bensdale can win, they're in a tight tussle.
We can let you know Morwell have been defeated, Poppy.
They have been defeated.
Sale have defeated Morwell 18-8-116 to Morwell 14-9-93. This
Nice
competition is very, very close.
Well, Sale go to 20, therefore.
Yep.
Stuck on Morwell will be stuck on 20. Moe will be on 20, and if Bensdale can win, they'll be on 20.
Yep, we'll find those scores for you in a moment. Football is inside forward 50 for Warragul as well, and at the moment they seem in full control. They lead it by 15 points, not a huge deficit for the Lions, but Warragul are doing all the right things. It's been led by Tom Hobbs. But back there is Maslin, steps around one, kicks it out wide, looking for Belfer. Cant does well to rush it over. And we've got a boundary throw in. Lots of stoppages this afternoon. 25 minutes gone. Healthy crowd here this afternoon. You can hear through our effects, Mike. Enjoying a Saturday afternoon. It's great to have your company wherever you might be. As the ruckmen go at it again, Paul does the ruck duties, gets to the top of the 50. Hobbs with brute strength, wins it, kicks around the body from 50 metres out. Oh, that would have been an absolute belter. However, it's a minor score. Paul Carter.
16 points margin in Warragul's favour. 12-4-76 to Moe 8-12-60.
Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Say hello to your new mobile deal with a Pixel 7a, 8 Pro, Galaxy S9 Ultra and more premium phones at Harvey Norman.
So they try to go straight down the corridor to Moe, but Hefford was on the end of it. He kicks it back to where it came, around about the full forward area. Can he find a winner? He can't. Are they going to be winners? Most likely. A quick kick forward again, just offline. Another minor score.
Now 17 points the margin, 12-5-77 to 8-12-60. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
I think if Warragul can get it just more than the 3 kicks, I think they can win it. But at the moment, Moe is still a chance with 3 straight goals. We'll get them in front of this game, and they got the ground in the middle, the ball in the middle, but Wood coughed it straight up to Garner. They go back inside forward 50. Stern, is it? Can take the mark, and he does. He's threatened all afternoon. The mismatch occurred there with Van Dyke and Stern. Normally it's been Kelty on Stern, and Stern can just about go back. I'm going to call it 27 minutes. If he puts this through for a goal, Warragul win the game. This will be the sealer.
Even a behind, you don't think they could lose.
No, a draw might be the option. However, Stern, 45-degree angle, 45 metres out. Side lead by 17, 27 minutes gone, final quarter, and Tom Stern has pushed it for a minor score, which makes it 3 straight kicks, Paul Carter.
12.678 to Moe's 8.12.60. Moe Norman Computer scoreboard, 27 and a half play.
So Moe bring the ball back in quickly, as you'd expect. Only minutes to play and 3 goals to achieve. Keeping in mind they haven't scored a goal since when, Daryl Cooling?
Well, they have kicked 1 in this quarter, so they've kicked 1 for the second half. Riley Baldy, 19-minute mark.
And somewhere they're going to kick another 3.
Yep.
It's going to be hard work. The ball bounced down around about half-forward flank. Nicely done, Makepeace. Gives ground. They go forward now. And a good mark was taken by Big Nick Prowse. Needs to play on quickly. Does play on quickly. One-on-one contest. Spills to the front of the pack. Can they find a winner here? They cannot. And coming through was taken high.
And he followed through with that too, didn't he?
Yeah, didn't let go.
So
He's been good today, Masters.
there it is. Nice win.
A huge win for the Warragul side. They get the scalp. They've had great football over the last few weeks, and now they get the victory they needed against a quality top 5 opposition in Moe this afternoon. Warragul 12.676 have defeated the Lions at home 8-12-60. 18-point margin in the end, and the Warragul side are super excited about that victory, as you'd expect. That's a quality one. Masterson was good, Hobbs was great. We'll talk to our player of the day after the break. Of course, it is Gippsland Live, and the final margin of 18 points. Warragul 12-6-76 defeating Moe 12-6-78, sorry, defeating Moe 8-12-60. It is Gippsland Live. All thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
It's time for the Gippsland League top 5 from round 7. We kick it off with number 1, Noah Anderson from Wonthaggi. Got the hand pass out of the pack, outside of the boot, bending it around, kicking a great goal. Kicking off at number 2, Ben Danaher here from Moe. An absolute huge roost. Gets it out the pack. He's about 65 from home. He gets the kind bounce, and it goes all the way. Number 3, Jack Lucy here from Warragul. Gets the ball out the pack, gives the don't argue, and then goes around on the left and finishes nicely. Number 4, it's Caleb Corwin here from Mafra. This is some beautiful work, this, a real classy finish. Finds himself in a little bit of space, starts running in towards goal. Whoop, sells the candy, takes a bounce as well, and then finishes as calm as you'd like. And number 5, it's Brandon McDonald here from Morwell.